What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. Please give me a one in the comments if you can hear me okay. Give me a two if there's any distortion, disruption, crackling, popping, or anything like that in the video. And while I do trust you all, let me listen to it myself so I can be sure. While I do trust you all, let me listen to it myself. Got it. We're good. We're locked in and we're ready to go. Thank you for being with me here with me late tonight. I appreciate everybody who did us the honor of showing up to this show. It's been a while since we got a chance to lock in. I've been doing daddy duty, volleyball, everything. Happy to say baby went out and did her thing. You know, we're 16, but we made the 18s. We're 16. We're a little undersized for our position, but we made the 18 squad on a team that won nationals just this past season. So let that sink in. We're talking excellence, guys. 4.3 GPA, 18s on a national champion team. We're doing our thing. So it takes time and it takes attention and effort to make stuff like that happen. And I am more than willing to sacrifice a couple of bucks to, make sure that goes the way I want it to go. And that all the hard work actually pays off. We're just going to get right into it. Why am I the most dangerous man in LA? Now, I am from Long Beach, but Long Beach is in LA County. So the rest of the globe would consider me to be in LA. And I am on a LA-based podcast, and I am primarily talking to LA people. But what I've learned just recently is that I am, in fact, the most dangerous man in LA. And that is not a stretch. That is not an exaggeration. That is not me tooting my own horn. This Monday, I had the pleasure of sitting with a very smart guy, a very well-known figure, Hawk, but I don't know if he's little baby. I don't know which one he is. No disrespect to that man, but I know him as Hawk. I do know he has a bigger homie, and there are many people in that name under Hoover. He's a 9'4" Hoover. And when talking with him, I had an epiphany. We got on the subject of Charleston White. And one thing I've learned from talking to this dude on two separate occasions is that when you bring up Charleston White, you get a lot of mixed, responses from different Black people. But their response is always, dictated by their own personal relationship with what people could call degenerate behavior and thinking within the community. And not just the Black community, but all communities. But Charleston White primarily focused on the African American community. But what I've realized about these people is that if you kill a man, right? If you wreak havoc on your own community, if you are a murderer who does drugs, makes rap songs talking about you being a murderer, then you go out and commit those murders, no one bats an eye. No one, the majority of people in your community, won't even go as far as to condemn your behavior. But if you call out the self-destructive, hypocritical nature of the Black community, if you say, why do these people continue to say they want peace? Why do these people continue to say they want prosperity? Why do these people continue to say they want to end to the violence and bloodshed? But whenever it comes time for them to not only speak against it, because they won't even speak against it, but when it comes time for them to act against it, they seem to lose all motivation to put an end to it. If you say that, you, my friend, in the minds of some small-minded people, you, my friend, become a threat to the Black community. Not Lil Pookie shooting up the neighborhood. Not Tyrone distributing dope and cocaine and methamphetamine and K2 and everything else in the hood, right? Fentanyl, little babies overdosing from touching fentanyl. None of those people are considered a threat. An Uncle Tom, a coon, none of those people are disparaged the way a Black man who stands up for common sense and rational thinking, and most importantly, honesty, is condemned. I mean, when you look at the dudes, like, say you got Gumby or you got Hawk or you got any of these guys been saying the most outrageous things about each other on No Jumper. I thought we were friends. I thought they were friends. They're going in on each other, okay? Now, that's not my business. But you know what I never heard any of them call each other? A coon. I never heard them call each other an Uncle Tom. I never heard any of them call each other a traitor to their race. But me, I want what's best for Black people. I want what's best for all people. And what's best for all people is peace, prosperity, opportunity, and safety. That's what's best for everyone. That's what I want. I mean, every time I turn around at No Jumper, you got people accusing me of being things that are total contradictions. One day, I'm a bootlicker and a coon and an Uncle Tom, and I love the white man. The next day, I am a Black supremacist racist who hates everyone other than Black people, and I need to be dealt with. One day, I'm a greedy capitalist pig, and the next day, I am a consummate victim who just wants things handed to me. I mean, do you guys understand why I am the most dangerous man in LA? You know why I'm dangerous? Because the small minds of Los Angeles County just can't figure out what I am, because I am on a journey to do something that many of these people have never done, which is to connect with the world on a level of honesty, maturity, logic, and rational thinking. See, what you have to understand is that some people only know the world based on their relation to it, right? A victim only knows the world as a victim. So instead of conforming to the reality of the world, they have to try to exist in the world in a way that shields them from the reality, but continues to reinforce the things that they already believe the world to be. A black person who believes that all white people are racist, or let's use a Mexican person. A Mexican person who believes that anyone who is not Hispanic, who says anything negative about Hispanic people or criticizes them in any way, is a racist. Every single time someone levels a critique, whether it's based on ethnicity, race, or anything else, they will say that that person is a racist and they hate Mexicans. Is that true? Most likely not. But it allows them to feel comfortable in their ignorance. Understand that. Someone who says somebody like Charleston White is a coon and you need to do this and do that to him. What does anything Charleston White say or do hurt the black community? Let's be real. What has Charleston White ever said or done after his transformation that had a negative impact on law-abiding African-American citizens of the United States? I'll wait. What is anything he's ever said or done? Has anything he's ever said or done had a negative impact on law-abiding African Americans? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Guys, when I think back to Charleston White, nothing Charleston White has done has had a negative impact on the black community. Now, Charleston White may have expressed some views about things happening within the black community, like the situation with Carmelo Anthony stabbing that white kid. He might have expressed some views that the black community really wasn't cool with or didn't agree with. But at the end of the day, 12 white folks is going to decide Carmelo Anthony's fate, not Charleston White. A judge that don't look nothing like us is going to decide Carmelo Anthony's fate, not Charleston White. Why are we so obsessed with killing the messenger? That's my question. Why do we take the vitriol and anger that we should have for the ones who aggress against us? And when I say that, I don't mean white folks or Hispanics. I mean people who look like you, who look like us, me. We don't confront them with the real opposition. We don't confront them with the real condemnation, the stuff that hits them where it really hurts. See, because when the op is aiming at you, you feel like leaving him in a puddle of blood is justified. And it's not justified because it's self-defense and they was looking for me and it was going to be me or them. No. You're already murderous. You're already bloodthirsty. You're already high as a kite on crack cocaine or methamphetamine or fentanyl. The reason why the ops never are condemned is because the ops give you the opportunity, the excuse you need to carry out your bloodlust. That's what it really is. See, if somebody was looking for me, okay, say for instance, I'm in a gang. Yeah, I'm in a gang. Yeah, right? Say I'm in whatever hood. You think of any two gangs that are beefing. When I'm growing up in that hood, I know that if I join this gang, I immediately have hundreds, if not thousands, of enemies from that gang and vice versa. I know that if I join a gang, my neighborhood where I grew up becomes exponentially more dangerous than it would for me if I had not joined the gang. But I still joined the gang. And people will say, oh, what's the motivation? Well, there's a lot of motivations. Some people are just very weak and they know that there's strength in numbers. And they want to always have the homies, the hammies, to come have their back. Some people join gangs for girls. Some people are getting bullied and they have to join a gang so that they have somebody to fight back. But do you ever wonder why those people just don't move away? I mean, let's be real. You really don't have to live in a violent, dangerous neighborhood. I mean, even if the neighborhood is a bit violent, usually you're not from that place. No one's messing with you. I'm new here. I don't know nobody. Let's be real. Let's be real. Why are they really joining these gangs? And even if they join the gang, there's no requirement in being from a gang that says you have to kill or murder or rob or steal. Hell, I think Chris Brown is in a gang. I think Soulja Boy is in a gang. Funny how those dudes can join gangs and no expectation of becoming a murderous degenerate is placed upon them. The reality is Charleston White gets condemned because he's shaming you by calling attention to the ignorance. So when you look at the mind of a gang member, and his ops. I mean, I'm at no jumper. Dudes from different hoods that have been killing each other for years. They sitting right up in each other's face. Which proves to me that maybe it wasn't enough to kill over. Right? Hey, listen. Somebody in the comments said they paying him. I get that. I get that. But dude, what's the price? What price can you put on the dead homies? I mean, hell, you willing to kill this? These men, listen to me. Just listen to me. Let's lock in. You are willing to spend the rest of your natural life in prison to continue a blood feud that you weren't even alive to see begin, right? But $200 an episode is enough to make you forget about that? Listen to me. Listen to me, y'all. You are ready to spend the rest of your life, be separated from your family, your children, never be able to feel the warmth of pussy again, unless it's boy pussy. You are willing to give up all that because what this gang did in 1979 is just so unforgivable that from the moment you join the rival, you got to go on a mission to destroy, to seek and destroy any member from that gang from your inception until the day you are either dead, locked up, or killed, locked up, or die of natural causes. That's how egregious what they did to you is. Think about that. But then somebody comes and say, here's $300 an episode for you to peacefully sit 3 feet away from your enemy, your op, and all is forgiven. Or it may not be forgiven, but at the very least, we gonna act like we got some sense up in this bit. But you not only have to have sense up in here, you also have to have sense when you go into the parking lot. You also got to have sense when you drive down the street, right? You get some act right for $300 an episode. You learn how to act for $125 an episode. Somebody might say, like somebody in the comments, oh man, but you was in a gang. You're right. But I didn't need no jumper to give me some money to say this is silly. I need to stop actively participating in the nonsensical parts of gangbanging. I did that on my own. I didn't need nobody to get me to see that 1 + 1 is 2. And we're in the city I'm from, the majority of our ops are not black. Understand that. And even if you come to Long Beach, you got like Insanes and 20s, the niggas on the north side. Most of us are related. So you really see very little gang on gang stuff. But just like Hawkton was talking about on Monday's show, you see personal beef that leads to shootings in Long Beach. This ain't really about gang stuff. This is about, I don't like this fool for whatever reason. This dude robbed me. This dude got over on me. That's personal. I don't think there's ever really been a gang war between the Insanes and 20 Crips in Long Beach that actually resulted in a bunch of people getting killed. Usually it's some type of personal thing that spills over and leads to someone getting killed. Because you just got too many people who are related to each other. Like my mama whole side of her family from 20s. My daddy whole side of his family from Insane. When my dad would come to see me when I was little, it was a bunch of niggas from 20s in front of the building where I live. They wasn't tripping on that fool. He come in, do what he had to do, go about his business. And fools is slapping hands and high-fiving because they've known each other since they were kids. Most of these people play football together at Poly High. Different stuff like that. What I'm saying is, when you get to LA, the beef gets a lot deeper. When you're dealing with that stuff, I'm talking about you're charged up to go and kill somebody you never even met, don't even know. Because since I was little, this is what they've been telling me you supposed to do if you from this side. That's why I really respect Aunt Hefe a lot. Because Aunt Hefe is from 83rd Street. I mean, you got dudes in 60s and 83rd, 8 Trace. They used to be mortal enemies. Probably still are. I don't know. But Aunt Hefe has the sense to say, look, just because this person is from a gang that people are saying I'm supposed to, have beef with, or I'm supposed to be trying to kill the members of, that does not mean that I have to do that. What that means is I need to be strong enough as an individual to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not, when I see this man, though he may be from 6-0, that's not all I see. I see him as a man first and a rival gang member second. And a lot of people at No Jumper have figured out a way to do that. Right? But my question is this. When you come from something that is so destructive, why do people, and you realize it's destructive, right? Like everyone in a gang knows that shit is destructive and it ultimately leads nowhere. Why do you get so hurt when somebody like Charleston White or myself speaks out against it? That should be something that's commonly understood. But see, when you live in a constant state of cognitive dissonance, where your mind is trying to operate based on two opposing beliefs and ideas at the same time, you're always going to just come out looking like a fool in the end. If you take the time to try to explain it or verbalize it to anybody. And I think because I'm someone who's willing to call out that aspect of it fearlessly, I'm not going to pull any punches on that while being respectful. I believe that that makes me the most dangerous man in LA. I mean, it's so bad that even the white boys, Josh and Adam, they own me. Because I've done that on a professional level even. And honestly, when I say these things, I'm never meaning this in a personal way. I am simply coming to drawing conclusions, arriving at certain points in my thought process based on what has been communicated to me on prior occasions, right? If you tell me that this is a business, let's keep it professional. But don't tell me it's a business, then behave in an unprofessional manner. And then when I call you out on your unprofessional behavior, you calling me a racist. Or you saying, I think I'm better than everybody. Or you don't want to sit on the podcast with me because you just don't like what? You don't like someone who actually listens to what you're saying and acts on it? That's my issue. But I really think I'm dangerous. Because Adams, he'll sit on the pod with the most gangsterous dude in LA and never walk back a point, never budge, never even bat an eye. But I would say when it's me, I feel like there's definitely this like, don't be saying too much. Don't be over whooping. And I do over whoop sometimes, but a lot of the shit I be saying be true. It's like you can act an ass, but it's about how you act an ass. We're not gonna condemn doing too much, but it's how you do too much that, you know, can draw criticism. Oh, Brandon, one Mexican lady said you're a racist. So that means you're a racist. But the dude who said that he's a Nigger killer, F-Niggers, nah, you don't understand. He didn't really mean it like that. What? So it's so crazy to me that when P-Face was an open racist, Lush made excuses for him. But when I said I don't support Hispanic illegal immigrants who are attacking police officers, these people were calling me Hitler. What? It's all selective. It's all selective, baby. Dude, I can't play that up here. Y'all saw the video of P-Face being racist for real? They told me that when this dude said NK, they told me that that meant that he was a Norte K. That's a Norteño gang, Northern California, right? Imagine my surprise when dude was like F-Niggers. But they said, Brandon, what you heard, don't believe your lying ears and eyes. Because he really didn't mean it like that. Now, since then, he has apologized. And I'm okay with that. Right? But I'm just calling out the fact that why am I considered the threat just for speaking my mind respectfully. But the people who openly display hatred based on race or economic status or any for gang affiliation, all that is always excused and dismissed. It boggles the mind. But it really doesn't. It just shows you that everyone has the ability to be brainwashed by cognitive dissonance. It's not a color thing. Because I got Negroes on the pod telling me I'm Uncle Tom for liking Donald Trump and not wanting to argue with the police at a traffic stop. But then I got white people telling me I'm racist. Mexicans telling me I'm racist for not supporting violent, criminal, illegal aliens who are attacking police officers, while those same people simultaneously cheer, love, and support a dude who was talking about he's a Niggerk. It doesn't make sense. So maybe I'm not the problem. Maybe honesty and the inability of many grown-ass men to be honest, maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. See, because when a grown man refuses to understand context and nuance, guess what? All he's telling you is that he's in arrested development. He's made a choice to operate like a child, at least on that level or concerning that particular situation. And I am not obligated to play along. That's a choice he made. But his choice is not my choice. He does what he thinks is best for him, and I have the right to do what I think is best for me. So I'm going to put the link in the comments. Anybody who might want to come up and comment on this, let me know. But I also want to say, shout out to the No Jumper viewers. You guys are great. I'm noticing that a lot of people in the comments are starting to rock with your boy. And it took a little time, but I would say that it made sense that it took a little bit of time when I feel like there was a real effort in the comments and, you know, whatever other mysterious places to make me look bad, like I wasn't a good host and all this stuff, right? Guys, one thing I want to tell you is one of the things that determines success on the internet is consistency. I am not very consistent as a streamer or a podcaster. I'll admit that. But that has more to do with my success on the internet in the content creator space than my talent as a host. I am a very talented host. Many people say that, acknowledge that, accept that. Please don't. It ain't about the ability. Michael Beasley is a very good basketball player. But the things that keep him out of the NBA, the thing that keeps him out of the NBA is not his lack of talent. It's actually other things. Other things that he has a problem controlling that are keeping him out. Let me I got some people up here. Hey, what's up? Don't do nothing weird while you up here with your shirt on.
Nah, I just got out the shower, bro. I just got out the shower. Hey, what?
I said you need to get your ass in the weight room. Get them shoulders right. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm African. We got, genetics and shit, but I'm working on it. Trust me.
Nah, I see some buff-ass Nigerians. When I go to Kenya, I work out with a gang of buff-ass Ethiopians. Anybody can be buff.
Ethiopians buff? I'm retraining. Eritrea and Ethiopia were one.
That's the same thing almost.
Pretty much, yeah. Except there was a civil war in like the
Who made best injera? Who makes the best injera? Ethiopians or
Eritrean for sure.
all right? Let's go.
In Jeddah. But anyways, hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. You are spitting facts with all these what's the word? Double standards and shit that they be holding, and I respect the fact that you stand on your beliefs, and sometimes it's what you say. The message be correct a lot of the time. Sometimes though, I'm not gonna lie, you're stubborn. You won't admit when you're wrong. Like when you be talking about this Trump stuff. Hey, I voted Trump too. We got fooled, bro. He's not doing nothing that he campaigned on and this and that. I'm not the most knowledgeable, so I'm not gonna act like I am, but I'm just gonna call it how I see it. Sometimes you are stubborn, but I'll be fair. More times than not, your intentions are in the right place. You make a lot of sense, but sometimes, yeah, you're just stubborn and a little stuck in your ways. Aren't we all? I'm not judging.
I'll give you everything you said, except for the fact that wrong or right as far as political things, as far as subjective things. Come on. If you were like, you're wrong about this or that fact,
no, I'm not talking about subjective things. I'm talking about facts. Like
if you say something like we got fooled, if you say something like we got fooled by Trump, that is a subjective opinion.
Okay,
because there are those who argue.
Okay, I'll be more specific with the Epstein files and things of that nature.
Well, we don't know enough about it to know whether we're wrong or right yet.
Bro, you're being willfully ignorant, or you're being
about on what?
Passive.
Give me the link.
We don't know this and that.
Give me wait a minute. Give me the link that shows to the files or anything that shows
Obviously,
Trump.
We don't have that, bro. Obviously, we don't have that.
Okay, so we don't have it. So how do we know?
We don't have facts, but there's enough that we do know of, and that's been going around.
Also, we also thought Diddy was guilty of sin, and then we found out we were wrong.
Okay, so that's fair. This time,
wait a minute.
Look at it from the opposite perspective now.
Listen,
we know
5 years ago,
push and propaganda that they wanted us to think that for a certain reason.
Black folks.
They wanted him to die in the court of public opinion, so it's easier to hang him in real court. Now, Trump and all of them are trying to do the opposite with Epstein. They're trying to minimize it and down. So they ran on it and hyped it all up to get our support and votes. And then now that they're in, now they want to downplay it in the media to get us to all be passive about it. But that's not working.
But listen,
it's the same thing essentially.
Isn't the same
I'm not as
media?
Intelligent as you are, but I'm trying to keep
hold on. I'm asking you a question. Isn't the same media that condemned Diddy and had us thinking he was guilty of sin? Isn't that the same media that's condemning Trump?
Wait, say again?
Isn't the same media that condemned Diddy and lied to us about what he was in?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. They have two different agendas. That means nothing. That means nothing. There's two different agendas. They're anti-Diddy, they're pro-Trump. So of course we're gonna lie in the favor of Trump.
The media is pro-Trump. Trump got over 90% negative media coverage.
It's not like mainstream media is lying to us, like CNN and things of that nature. It's
CNN
like
is lying to us.
Social, it's Charlie Kirk, it's all these types of media. It's independent.
So you said mainstream media is not lying to you. CNN.
I haven't seen enough mainstream media, but I don't think I think more mainstream media like CNN and stuff, they're more on a kind of what's a victory lap of, oh, you guys got lied to, you this and that, more so than holding him accountable and stuff, you know? Instead of tilting their hat on that, they should their focus should be on trying to hold him more accountable and, you know, sway people who they lost in the last election by holding him accountable and stuff. But they're too focused on just, you know, parading on the fact that, yeah, we got lied to, we got tricked, and yeah, we're stupid. Okay, cool. You know, what did that do for you guys?
You do realize that the mainstream media has been CNN and them. Okay. So I just think you're a bit mixed up. I think the people you trust are the people you shouldn't trust, and I think the people you don't trust are the people you should trust. I'm gonna trust.
Who do I trust?
I'm gonna trust Charlie Kirk way more than I'm gonna trust CNN because I understand. Because CNN lied to me about
Kirk more on certain topics, but that doesn't mean I blankly trust everything he says. I'm selective. I listen to a.
You shouldn't blankly. You shouldn't
I listen to a
blankly
bunch of different perspectives, and I pick and choose which narrative and what lines with the beliefs more, and what seems more correct or more believable, or what seems to make the most sense. Not just a narrative they're trying to feed us, you know. So yeah.
So if they say Trump is on Epstein's client list,
I'm not
right?
saying he's on Epstein's client
No,
list.
wait. They're saying Trump was on Epstein Island. Trump is saying I was never on Epstein Island.
Okay, then just produce the files like you said.
Wait a minute.
That's my point. Just produce the files like you said.
Then Trump goes to get the files open, and a Democrat federal judge blocks him from releasing the files. Who is that? Who is lying to you? Because if someone says Brandon has 15 keys of cocaine in his trunk, and I say I don't have no 15 keys of cocaine in my trunk,
I get where you're going with this.
Then I say, but this for the people who may not get it. Then I say, you know what, dude? I'll open the trunk to show you. And then when I go to open it, the cop slams the trunk, like puts his hand on the trunk. We're not going to let you open it.
Right. The cop that's stopping, not you. Right. I get it.
So the Democrat judge, who is a Obama appointee, refuses to release the transcript.
Okay, let's not filibuster. Okay, I understand.
I'm not filibustering. See, this is
wait. It's long-winded.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
What
you got? Listen, let me tell you about you. You guys are a product of the new.
You know of me.
Yes, I do. You guys are the problem. You guys are a product of the new generation. So if anything is too long, it makes you bored. You automatically.
How old are you? What generation? I'm probably nearly your age.
I'm 40.
I'm 33, bro. 7 years. We're nearly.
Then you should be ashamed of yourself. Then you should be ashamed
of
yourself.
I'm not. Why would I be ashamed of myself?
Listen, brother, I let you get up on my platform and accuse me of lying. You did. You accused me of lying, basically.
That's a bit of a statement. I didn't accuse you of lying.
I allowed it, and it's fine. But when I try to
willfully ignorant at times.
Listen, you call me ignorant, you call me whatever. But you were the one who, when I was literally about to drop facts to give some truth, you said your factual statement is taking too long, so I don't want to hear it. But I'm willfully ignorant.
Your points. Okay, I apologize about that. Sometimes you're a bit long-winded.
Don't apologize.
You drag something on longer than it needs to be. That's all I'm saying. I don't mean to shut you up or say you're wrong or anything, because you make valid points. But my point, to come back to the very beginning of this conversation, is sometimes you stretch out your conversation a bit longer than it needs to be. It's like, 48 laws of power. Sometimes you surpass the goalposts. It's like you made your point, but you want to keep dragging shit, and it's like that loses. Just like, all right, bro, we get it. Let's keep this conversation going. And I don't mean to be rude or anything. This is your platform. I understand.
No.
I appreciate I listen to what you say.
Listen. Excuse me for being long-winded. If a grown man has an unprecedented access to information in his pocket, and he's so lazy that he won't use it to find out objective truth, so then I have to explain it to him on this show. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, my main point I called in though was it wasn't about the Trump shit or any of that. It was essentially I was agreeing with your point where you say like these people don't want to condemn the people who are actually in the wrong and committing the violence, and especially the point about the racism that you made at the end, how Lush and other people like to call you this or that, or the small guy hat that runs the computers and stuff and the cameras, how they like to call you these certain things, but they don't want to condemn the real people who are doing wrong. And like the P-Face was a good example, or the gangbangers who actually commit the violence in these neighborhoods and shit like that. But they want to blame people like you and Charleston who call it out. It's like they want to, they don't want to hold the real ones accountable, the ones who are really committing these acts. It's like you're the easier victim almost, for lack of better words.
I'm sorry, your statement was too long. I wasn't paying attention. Say it again in 3 words or less. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. Let's go, Daniel Beverly.
Hey, what's up, Bucci?
What up?
First of all, you are absolutely an Uncle Tom. That's not late breaking news. I've been telling you that for a minute.
Well, hell no.
Haven't I? Haven't I been saying you're my favorite Uncle Ruckus?
This is true.
See, the problem is, it's not that stuff you say is not true about the black community, but you just don't ever draw attention to anybody else. Like, when these people that's making these raps, who's signing them? Who's signing all these degenerate rappers?
Right.
But nobody calls these people out. If you look at all these rich executives, read the names on these records. They're not black names, but it's easy to call out the 16-year-old who's going to spit any rap to get out of poverty. If it was black power, he would rap about that. They rapping about whatever's going to get them out of their economic situation.
Really?
But it's easy to focus on people who can't really defend themselves. Just like when I was telling you stuff about Adam, you would always kind of defend Adam because he's the boss. But he's really the one who's orchestrating all this degenerate shit. But you're going to give him a pass because he can help you, whereas a low-level person on there, you really have no use for.
I want to agree with you, but I don't, because I'm gonna give you a prime example. The other day we were on the show and the subject of Whack 100's wife R&B was brought up. I said what I thought about it. Lush said what he thought about it. Aunt Hefe and Hawk, they chose not to speak on it. Adam didn't punish them. Aunt Hefe was on the No Jumper show today. You don't have to speak about anything you don't want to talk about on No Jumper. So you might not be invited back, but no one's putting a gun to your head saying you got to talk about this or that. So for you to keep saying Adam is like orchestrating or forcing people to talk about certain things, that's bullshit. Aunt Hefe said, I'm not speaking on nobody's wife. I'm not speaking on Whack 100's wife, right? Did Adam say, you know what? Because you wouldn't speak on that, you're off the Tuesday show. No, Aunt Big Ass was right there on Tuesday show, giving his opinion, making his money. So
it's not that direct. It's nuanced.
Oh, here you go with your bullshit now.
It's nuanced where you understand which way Adam is leaning and what's going to keep you. It's just like people go on one of those reality shows. You know, if you fight and you flip tables and shit, you're going to get more airtime. Nobody has to tell you that. Nobody has to tell these goofy chicks to go on baddies that if I get into several fights, I'm going to get more airtime. It's understood.
Yeah, but the bitches on baddies are not coming out saying, "Oh, it's too much violence on baddies" and all that. They love it. The people who watch it love it. They don't even complain about it. You guys are baddies is not making people shoot up neighborhoods like drill rap is.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, so why are all these artists still getting signed then?
Because it makes money.
So
because black people listen to it.
Who's putting it out?
The same people who complain about it are the same people who consume it.
Who is putting it out? It's coming across somebody's desk.
Even if there were no Jews on earth, black folks would still upload that shit to YouTube. There are drill songs on YouTube from independent artists that got more views than shit from people who are signed. Shut up, Daniel.
Exactly. So why is YouTube okay? So why is YouTube that will flag everything else? Why do they let these drill rap videos play?
Because if they flag the drill rap, for one, if something falls under the banner or if something falls in the category of entertainment or art, there's more it's more permissive. So like if somebody is making a joke about Jewish people, if I get on here talking about Jewish people negatively, they will take my channel down. But a comedian could talk about Jewish people in a joking way, and as long as that's a part of comedy or art or entertainment, his channel is fine.
Not really. I don't even see people joke. I don't even see people joke. They say you know who-ish.
You can talk about COVID-19.
They say little hats. They say all type of shit.
No, they don't. You can talk about COVID-19. But there were all types of comedians making jokes about it. YouTube let them stay up. On top of that, Dave Chappelle was talking about gays, Jewish people, all that. They never took down none of his videos.
They were
because
all
he's a comedian.
they were. He got a lot of backlash, and it
You're
was
just
they were trying to say he was. They were
You're
trying to say
choosing
he
not
was
to see
canceled.
You're choosing not to see you're choosing to ignore the context, and
No,
it's just making you come across as dishonest.
I understand the negative. I hate drill rap. I think it's the dumbest shit ever. I mean, it's nothing but self-snitching too. Like the dude who he actually literally made a song talking about I killed Bibby, then act surprised when they charged him with killing Bibby.
Okay, but if that's all,
it's real stupid. But what I'm saying is,
if that's all the white folks wanted us to do, why do they even arrest the killers? Why even put them in jail?
You said, why do they arrest them?
Why even arrest them if all they want to do is get black people to kill each other?
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. Yeah, they like for you to kill, and they also like to lock your ass up. It's money in both.
Which one is more valuable?
I think it's more valuable to lock somebody up. Those guys ain't make no
because if you
that
lock
dude ain't make no money. Queso ain't make no fucking money.
If you lock too many people up, the taxpayers complain because they don't want to pay for all those people to be locked up. This is factual.
Prisons are also corporations, so it's money.
But taxpayer money,
whole cities
taxpayer money still funds the corporate prisons.
It's cities that's the whole industry.
Listen, man, are you retarded? Taxpayer money funds the prisons. If too much taxpayer money is going to prisons, taxpayers complain and then they start closing prisons.
That shit don't matter. They've always loved locking us up. So locking us up is always been a win.
Man, but I think the killing is more of a win.
Either way is a win for them. But you won't address them either way. That's why people call you a coon. It's a lot of people calling you a coon. So if people call you a
coon listen. People call me a coon because they're too small-minded and lazy to actually figure things out.
So everybody is just noticing the same thing.
It's just you and a bunch of other dummies.
You came up with this topic about somebody calling you a coon.
This guy called you a coon. Now let me show you how stupid.
Months ago.
No, listen. This is how stupid. This guy's a fucking PhD. This dumb nigga said prisons are privately owned, Brandon. I disagree. Privately owned, but the money that funds prisons comes from taxpayers. Smart guy. The person who pays the private prisons get their money from taxpayer dollars for performing the service of housing criminals. So what are you talking about, Amos? You on that rail? You on that box wine again? Sounding goofy. It all leads back to the taxpayer. So it can be privately owned. But if the taxpayers are funding the private prisons, at the end of the day, the taxpayer decides whether that prison stays open or not. Because when the taxpayer decides to no longer purchase services from that prison has to shut its doors.
I don't know. It seems like prisons have been expanding.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
The U.S. has more people locked up than any other nation.
Listen, man, the Supreme Court made a ruling over about the prison populations. California had to literally let thousands of prisoners out because there were people over incarceration. Like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You're sounding ignorant.
How are we sounding ignorant? That doesn't even make any sense. Even if they have let some people out, is that not a fact? We still have more people incarcerated than any other nation. Didn't I just say something that was a fact?
Yeah, because most other nations don't really have a competent law enforcement structure.
And most nations don't tolerate bullshit as much as we do either. So, like, hey man,
that'd be doing
this.
How are we tolerating bullshit when we lock you up the most?
Most nations don't have the freedoms that we have as well.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. You want to go to Africa where they just fucking kill you? Then they don't got no need for a prison.
No, you want to go to Africa.
You still, and they beat the shit out of you, chop your fucking arm off. You wouldn't need prisons either if you was doing that. Let's go to Queer Gangster. Let's go, Queer.
She was a dog.
What's up, man?
I was just letting you know, feel what I'm saying? I feel like on a no jumper, I feel like you get wolf packed a lot, like 4-on-1, 5-on-1. You get that a lot. Like, you prepare when you go in there, like, hey, I'm gonna get pushed back by like 4 or 5 different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that like a surprise to you? Feel like Adam like kind of set you up low key? Like, hey,
I mean, listen, what do people do? Say you fight some people and none of them could fight that good. They gonna gang up on you and try to jump you, right?
yeah, but I'm saying
That's
like,
not what that is. Don't do that. Like you're such a great. Is you always saying some obtuse shit that is objectively wrong and people agree with. That's why you're always 2 and 3 on 1.
no,
And
All right,
no, but
there's a
he's
all
reason
right.
you
no, he's
purposely
supposed to be
do
on
it.
the no, you're supposed to be on
One
like
at a
the
time.
he's supposed to be on the Thursday show only, and then like Adam put you on like 3 or 4 different shows last week. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he liked you on the show, dog.
It's about views. It's not about like or dislike. The audience of No Jumper is starting to warm up to me. There's a lot of positive feedback in all of our messages and all that. Because the comments used to be, they use AI to determine whether or not the majority of comments are positive or negative. It was like 90% negative, and now it's like 50%.
That's cap. I want to. You got to show proof of that if you're gonna make a statement. I think the reason why they bring you on is because they know that people hate watch, and they'd rather watch you get jumped on and disagree with you than actually enjoying what you say and agreeing with you. You know it too. I don't know why you're over here acting like you're getting 90% positive feedback from the comments.
Got a lot of positive feedback.
I don't know. I mean, when your conversation and responses are maybe like 85, 90% politically correct, you tend to bring on you're gonna bring on people who gonna challenge that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be politically correct all the time. So you're gonna get people to challenge that because it goes against whatever, beliefs or habits that they done, been doing for years, and now somebody's speaking against it. So I mean, like I said, man, as far as the show and everything, as far as other podcast shows, we need enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? The people need enlightenment. Nobody, wants to be at a third grade level conversation all the time. You know.
Hey, Brandon, you are the Charleston White of No Jumper, so I think you're very much needed in that space for sure.
I mean, thank you. I'll show you guys this real quick. If you just go to like the comments on No Jumper, this is what they're looking at. That's what they go by, the comments. So if you look at the comments on No Jumper, guys, what you'll see is now more people are starting to like get where I'm coming from. So like if you look here, there's 4 comments in a row, which was under guys, mute up if you're not talking. There's 4 comments in a row of like here, I like. There's 4 comments in a row like, I like Brandon, he's intelligent, and he ain't afraid to say what's on his mind. Brandon isn't a bad guy. He's just on the wrong podcast. Brandon, big W to Brandon. Brandon's like bacteria. He grows on you. You weren't having so many positive comments like, y'all hate Brandon because y'all ain't as educated as him. 90% of what he says makes sense. I'm siding with Brandon to the lady who hasn't missed the episode. Is there messages from her about the white supreme racists up here? Josh trying to cancel Brandon. There's a lot of Brandon support. That's what they care about the most because they want to make sure, because they're not trying to lose anybody. So even though you got people who hate watch, they don't want people to leave those loyal fans. And it's mostly about the members. That's what they want. They want to get members now.
Hey, Brandon.
And then like a lot of the LGBT communities up in there now. You know what I'm saying? Like on the Reddit and shit, dog.
Man, listen, all I know is a lot of people tell me about how wrong I am and all this stuff, but no one's ever telling me what I'm wrong about. I mean, I could get the subjective stuff. He's annoying. He's this, that. But you guys aren't really bringing anything that I'm really factually wrong about.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, I have a question.
Oh, shit.
Do you think most of the people that hate watch you are like white and Hispanic? Because I think majority of common sense black folks agree with your take. So do you think most of the people that hate your content or hate your comments are like white and Hispanic? Because that's what I think.
No, I believe it's a mix because you got black folks who be like, we don't come here for logic and rational thinking. We come here for crash outs. We come here for ignorance. Like there's a huge segment of No Jumpers audience that is locked in, keyed in for the ignorance. They want to just see, who's going to get marked out and who's going to beat up who and all this type of stuff. That's what they're, think about it. No Jumper was doing millions of views off of that type of stuff.
Hey, so Brent, how you doing? Oh, shit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Just going back on the private prison thing, I want majority of people to know that most prisons in this country are publicly owned. Like the private prisons are a vast minority. I think it's like less than 10% of private prisons. So when people talk about private prisons, it's not really that big of a deal. People try to make it seem. And as far as No Jumper, I mean, it's been degenerate for years now. I used to watch No Jumper like 10 years ago when it used to have interview all the underground rappers and shit, but now it's just turned to like pretty much a gang, LA gang meet. So it's been degenerate for a long time. I don't think you have necessarily anything to do with that. I think you bring a different perspective that people aren't used to seeing on No Jumper. I think you bring a more sort of, how do I say, intellectual perspective rather than just the nonsense that they're used to.
Pseudo-intellectual perspective. We can't call it
I mean, whatever you want to call it, but it's a different perspective than the typical No Jumper.
Let Slick did it. Slick, please tell me what I'm saying. I don't think I'm intellectual, but what is what is pseudo-intellectual? I'll give you real quick. Let me make this point. So Daniel Beverly got up here sounding dumb. Oh, all they want to do is lock us up. Guys, the highest level of mass incarceration in this country was in 2009. That's when the most people ever in history were locked up in America. All the way from that point to 2022, the number of people in prison declined drastically. Just now in 2024, did the numbers start to go back up. So even now, there are significantly less people incarcerated in America than there were almost 15 years ago.
What was your point? I said we still have the most.
My point is you're a damn liar.
How's that a lie? That's a fact. It's just because you lose 10 pounds, you're still fat, Brandon.
But if you lost 50 pounds and you gain 5 back, that doesn't mean, oh my God, you're freaking
I didn't say
morbidly
that.
That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
That's what you're saying.
I said a basic fact. We still incarcerate more people than any other nation. Is that not a fact?
Your fact was the government.
I'm not like the guys on No Jumper. You seem smart in a group
so
of retarded.
Does that have to do with crime? Maybe people here commit more crime.
Hold on. The first point you made was the government is trying to lock everybody up because they make money. But in reality, the government.
I said it's a win-win. You said, why do they lock people up?
If they were doing this,
why do they lock people
up?
If
they were doing this to make money. If they were doing this to make money,
you said if there's no way. Why do they lock them up? I said it's a win for them either way. That's what I said.
There's no way that if the government was trying to make money off of locking people up, which sounds stupid and fundamentally just ignorant.
You brought locking them up into the equation.
Listen, man. Listen. This man said that the government was trying to make money by locking people up. If that was the case, the incarceration rates would not have declined for almost 15 years straight.
Those two don't correlate. There is no correlation between the two.
I know
rate
that
of locking people up is not connected to the government profiting off of people being locked up.
Normal people know that.
And I said it's a corporation
that is significant.
It's corporations that make money off locking people up, and the same corporations own record labels. Do your research.
2000.
How is that true when most prisons are publicly owned?
Guys, hold on, guys. Slick did it. Go ahead. I want you to tell me what lies, what facts I'm, making up or, being deceptive.
Exact specific example, but just like in the
you don't have it. Oh, get that nigga out of here. He made it seem like he had a point. Let's go. Cinderoni. No, Ja.
I got an example.
Ja. Nah. Hey guys, let me tell you something. If you come up here with where you've been slandering me, and then when I ask you, well, I don't have a specific, get the fuck out of here. You had enough time to study me. You had enough time to do research. Bro should have came up here with a PowerPoint presentation.
I got one for you.
So, Brandon.
Go ahead, Ja.
Man, you shoot your friends and your enemies, bro.
Everybody.
The young guy called up He's like, man, I respect you. I just agree with you on a few.
Do you want to
things.
make your damn point, or you want to defend the nigga that got
That's
dropped
my
earlier?
point, man. You went at the dude, man.
I don't give a damn.
And you were talking about nuances just prior to that, and show no nuance in defending your position when the guy brings it up.
And
You
even
mentioned
worse,
a court
right now,
case.
pull up the facts.
You
choose not to
mentioned
pull
a
up the
court
facts.
case in Florida where you said the judge didn't want to release something from the ST file. That was from the grand jury. There's not a lot of information in that.
Hold on, Ja. Hold on.
Yes.
The guy said, Brandon, you be lying and stubborn about stuff. When I went to defend my point, which he was wrong, the guy said, your explanation's taking too long, so I don't want to hear it. At that point, you don't want truth. You want expedient lies.
No, the brother was saying you were being stubborn, and he kind of
he was trying to get the transcripts open. The judge refused to do it.
Right, and you brought up a judge.
So why is the federal court?
But that's not true though. What you said.
Why is the federal court? Why is the Fed? Listen, if Trump is guilty of sin, why is the federal court refusing to release the grand jury transcripts, which would at the least tell us who was involved in Epstein's, who is alleged to be involved in Epstein's criminal enterprises?
It will not tell you that. It will not tell you that. It's a grand jury.
All right.
It's stuff from the grand jury, and they don't have to bring that much evidence to the grand jury. They just need to bring enough to say, hey, we can have a trial. This thing can go forward. Trump released some documents in February. Remember when they released some documents in February? That stuff was all public information. Everybody knew already. There was nothing new in there. And that's why everybody got pissed back then. The right-wingers got pissed back then. And now he's not releasing all the documents the FBI took from this guy.
Yeah, okay, what if he was there? What if he was there? That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing.
1 second, brother. 1 second, brother. You get emotional, man. Calm down. What? As a matter of fact, all the documents the FBI took, Trump and them could release it. As a matter of fact, the Democrats had it in Congress voting to say release the documents, and they recessed Congress to September to avoid voting.
Hey, can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Go ahead and read what's on the screen. Read it out loud.
I can't see it. It disappeared.
Grand jury transcripts contain detailed records of witness testimonies and discussions within the grand jury room. And while generally subject to secrecy under Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 6E, this proves you're lying when you said Trump
certain
released this.
Information can be
you're going to get taken down if you keep interrupting me. You're going to get taken down. You're going to get taken. I didn't interrupt you.
Brother.
You're gonna get taken down if you keep it. You had your chance to lie. Now I'm gonna tell the truth about the situation. You already told one lie because you said that Trump had already released these grand jury documents when they need a ruling from a federal judge to be released. That's lie number one that you told. The second lie you told is that there's really nothing that can be found out. Well, if it contains detailed records of witness testimonies, at this point, we will get the names of people that the media can then go talk to get details about what they accuse Trump of. This is a lot like what happened with R. Kelly. The media was interviewing witnesses before he even went to court. And they was making movies before he even went. Wait a minute.
Brandon.
They were making movies. Listen, they were making movies based on the witness testimonies before R. Kelly even went to court. You're just a liar, Ja. In general, you always get up here lying. So tell me, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't answer,
it says here.
I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't answer it, I'm going to take you down. You said Trump released this transcript earlier this year. That transcript needs a federal judge order to be released. Was that a lie that you told earlier?
I said.
Was that a lie?
I said, Brandon.
The nigga's gone. He's a liar. Go ahead, Cinderoni.
Brandon, you do that a lot, bro.
I'm gonna keep doing it. Cinderoni, go ahead.
Salute, man.
You don't let
Great
people
job,
speak.
Brandon, man. I
The nigga
appreciate
won't
you.
listen, bro. Listen, bro.
This is my point exactly.
Listen. My point is, if you're gonna get up here lying, I'm not wasting the audience time.
Bro, nobody's lying. This is what a debate is. You try to
This
make a point, they make a point. It's not lying.
He's a
Lying
rational,
means
relevant debate.
you're intentionally coming in here and not stating facts. It means you're intentionally doing something, Brandon.
This man said out of his mouth that Trump already released those federal grand jury transcripts. Now we know that's not true because you need a. Can you stop the playback on your laptop or whatever?
Oh yeah, one sec. Yeah, my bad.
Right. We know that's not true. I simply asked the man to redact his statement so that for the sake of truth and transparency, he refuses to do that. He then starts to try to explain how his lie was not a lie. You can waste your time doing that. I'm not wasting my time.
All I'm saying is you got to let people land their points.
What
bro.
I'm telling you is, if
quick to just
listen, man,
cut people
I
off.
don't listen, bro. I don't get on the internet and lie, and I don't spread lies.
It's not
if
a
you're
lie,
not
man.
man
You
enough,
know what a lie
he
is.
made
A lie has to have intent. They're not
Cinderoni.
lying.
Listen, I'll go one by one. Everybody up here. I'm just gonna call your name and you unclick.
All
and
I'm
tell
saying
me,
is that
wait a minute, bro.
Beverly.
Wait a minute, bro. You just wait a minute, guys.
Jeez.
Dawes said that wasn't a lie. Okay, let's start with Slick did it. Did this man not tell a blatant lie?
No, he didn't tell a blatant lie.
Y'all niggas are crazy.
Check the words that you're using. Think about the words that you're using.
Did he tell a lie?
No, he didn't tell a lie.
So he didn't say Trump already released those transcripts.
That doesn't make it a lie. It could be incorrect information, but you got to think about lie.
It's a lie.
It's not a lie.
Incorrect information is a lie.
VB, did this man lie or did he not?
So we're using that as the standard?
Damn, that's I mean,
Lying
technically
imply intent.
Listen,
everybody
using
yes,
incorrect.
it
They got releasing the files. If there was anything on Trump in them files, it would have got released when Creepy Joe was in office. Like
when Joe was in office.
Yeah, let's stop with the games with this. They're making these.
Nothing's gonna happen to Donald Trump no matter what
arguments.
Yo, yeah. What's up?
How many people go to that island? Do you guys realize how many celebrities and stars and politicians and everybody who
Nothing
get
is
to these
gonna
islands?
happen to Donald Trump no matter what he does.
Listen, it doesn't matter, bro. Listen, this is why no one has respect for the black man now, because niggas are having
niggas
aversion
like
to
you.
lying.
There's cool niggas like you.
You just were a straight bitch. Instead of saying, as a man, you know what, bro, he did get up here and lie. No, like a bitch. Let me tell you something. Women try to figure out ways to talk around the truth. That's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing. You're
did
talking
he lie
about
or did he not?
No.
Right,
and think
you're
about
a woman.
it, because you're saying this that each time you say something that isn't true,
Brandon,
Right,
you know a
he
lie has
lied.
to have intent behind it.
Listen, bro.
reputation that you lie.
Bro,
So
I've known Ja longer than any of you. He's come up here millions of times. The guy hates Donald Trump. He will lie to make Donald Trump look bad. We have this discussion at least once a month.
Okay, I've heard you say multiple people are lying just because they may have said something that's factually incorrect. That's my point, though. It's not a lie just because you're factually incorrect by mistake. That's my point. You want to talk about everything being so factual and being correct, but you won't even use the word lie correctly.
Either you tell the truth or you are not you do not have enough knowledge of the subject to have a debate or discussion.
Okay, but that's not a lie. That's not a lie. That's my point.
You said same standard for you. So think about you saying that, and the next time you say something that is incorrect, we're calling you a liar.
When I said you were stubborn at times in the beginning, bro. Sometimes just say, yeah, I misspoke.
Okay,
say I misspoke. Okay, maybe it wasn't an intentional lie, but it was factually incorrect. And then we have nothing to say after that. But the point is, you won't even get something as small as that up.
Let me teach you how to think like a. Let me teach you how to think like a grown man. If someone comes to you and say that they fixed the transmission with bubble gum, is that a lie or is that just fat or they just made a mistake?
Okay, that's the dumbest example I've ever heard.
Asking transmission with bubble gum.
If someone says that they fixed the transmission with bubble gum, is that a lie or is that just them making a mistake?
Is that even humanly possible to fix the transmission with bubble gum?
Exactly. So a grand jury transcripts cannot, by law, be released without a federal judge's
Brandon,
order.
look up the specific
And can you
definition of the word
listen
lie.
for 30 seconds so that you can be a little smarter today than you
Let's move
were
forward
yesterday?
because this whole lie shit is just gonna get
We're gonna listen,
we
man.
might as well move forward because I'm gonna use all of this against you
That's
when
fine.
you
We can
start.
move forward.
No, you're not, because you're gone now. Listen, this is what I'm
Brandon,
telling
I
you.
want to give you an example when you
I got-
admit the truth.
Okay,
on several
listen,
occasions.
listen, guys, listen. By law, you cannot release federal grand jury transcripts without a judge order. So for someone to say that Donald Trump released federal grand jury transcripts earlier this year with no judge's order, that is a lie. That is the
Or it
same
could
as
be a
saying
mistake, or it could be an honest mistake. Those are two different things.
you
Yeah,
are, bro,
they fill the same
bro.
little area. They feel the same. They're very similar. They could be, interchangeable a bit, but they're two different things, Brandon.
Listen, imagine you mess with a girl and she's a prostitute. You don't know she's a prostitute, but everyone else knows she's a prostitute. She tells you, baby, I'm not a prostitute. I roll by and say, hey, I saw that bitch on Fig last night selling pussy. You're going to say, well, maybe it was someone who looked like her. Maybe that wasn't her. I know,
No,
Ja.
because if she knows she's a prostitute.
You let me finish my point?
Go ahead. And then I want to rebuttal.
I've known Ja longer than you. I know Ja is a politically astute individual. I know Ja will also purposely lie about Donald Trump to deceive gullible people like you. So when he lied, I said, bro, it's not trying to have an honest conversation.
It's not just about Ja. You did the same with David Beverly earlier, then just muted him halfway through his point.
David
Beverly will valid point.
David Beverly will admit that Ja just told a lie. That's
besides the point, though. Okay, we're past the Ja thing. I'm saying you did the same thing to David Beverly. Though.
You brought up David. Daniel, did Ja just lie his ass off right now?
I don't know if he lied. I'm trying to show when you omitted the truth on another issue.
Did he lie about Trump releasing? Did he lie about Trump releasing the grand jury transcripts earlier this year?
I don't think that's true. Yeah, I don't know if he didn't know or not.
Man,
I don't know
what his intent was.
I don't just
Why can't you just say it's a lie?
I don't.
Anybody would think that's a lie.
So they're saying he didn't lie because they don't know his intent. It don't matter what your intent is if you sitting up here lying. Someone could lie and be like, I was just playing. You still told a lie. See, but what I want y'all, the bigger thing, and I'm going to let Daw respond. What you guys have to understand, this is why the black community is fucked up. It ain't about the women or the white man and the Jewish man. You got grown-ass niggas who refuse to speak the truth because they are too egotistical to admit that they were wrong. I'll tell you if I was wrong.
Can I make my point? And I want you to tell me if you were wrong.
Go ahead, Da. Finish. Make your statement, then we got to keep going. Unmute your mic, Da.
Point, bro. All I'm saying is you want to die on dumbass hills instead of just, acknowledging that you might have said something wrong or misspoke really quickly because, we're just all speaking on a whim right now. Instead of, you want to die on this dumbass hill that's pointless. And my main point is Daniel Beverly was cooking a few minutes ago. And you cut him off halfway through, and he was getting somewhere valid. You said that he said something. He said, no, I didn't say that. You actually said that. What I said was this. It's when y'all were talking about the prisons and the arrests or the prisons and that it's gone down since 2009. This and that. He was getting somewhere with that. And you had no defense, and you just cut him off, Brandon. So I think you should bring him back, let him speak, and y'all should have that conversation.
Yeah, he know I'm about to cut him up on this point right here.
Guys, calm down.
I'm not even talking to you.
Guys, calm down. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is if it's the person they want to agree with, if they slip up or say something that tell a lie, oh, he didn't mean it like that. If I slip up and say something that might be wrong, these niggas is calling in. You was wrong about this and this and this.
No, it's the point that you won't even acknowledge that you were wrong. And we're like,
when have I not acknowledged?
Just say, yeah, I was wrong real quick and we'll move on.
Please tell me.
It's the point that you have too much.
I'm going to give you the chance.
You won't even just let it go, bro. It's so small, so stupid.
Wait a minute, guys. I'm going to give you a shot at the 40 minutes, man. I'm going to give you, listen, I got you, Cinderoni. I'm going to give you a shot at the champ. Please tell me what I was wrong about. and I'll admit it.
I've been trying to tell you where you omitted the truth.
I'm talking to Daw.
No, let him go.
No, Daw. You said I'll be wrong, and I will not admit it. Please tell me what I was wrong about, and I'm gonna clip this and put this all over social media. Please tell me what I was wrong about, and I'll admit it right now.
Let that man speak, Brandon. You're doing this little petty dumb shit.
15
That
seconds.
man has a point to
14,
make, and you're afraid of it.
13,
that man has a point to make, and
12,
you're afraid of it, so you want to focus
11,
on something else.
10,
Let him speak. That's my only point. Let him
9,
speak.
8,
Let that man speak.
7, 6.
Brandon is
5,
scared to have the conversation
4,
with Daniel
ducking,
Beverly,
3,
so he keeps muting him
2,
and kicking him. Have
1.
the conversation.
All right. So you guys, you see what I'm talking about? Everybody
you
can
ducking.
say, everybody can say, you're wrong. What was I wrong about? They don't know. They're just saying it.
I'm telling you what you're wrong about. You keep trying to duck.
Go ahead, Daniel. What was I wrong about? And then Cinderoni's next. What was I wrong about, Daniel?
What you were dishonest about is, remember back we had a discussion, I was telling you about the slums in different areas in Africa, right? You always bring up the negative in the black community here.
Okay.
But you showed where you supposed to got property in Kenya.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 of the biggest fucking slums in the world are in Kenya. And you pulled up
Did
the
I
worst
deny that?
neighborhood. Yes, you did.
Did I
And you
deny
pulled-
that? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. We can go back
What?
to the tape. You pulled up. You literally looked up worst neighborhood in PG County. It said it on the video. You were being very, very intellectually dishonest.
But how did I lie?
Because you looked up worst neighborhood in PG County.
But you said said that. Wait a minute.
I said you omitted the truth.
Where did I lie though?
Where
did I omit the truth?
You left out that your beautiful Kenya city has the biggest fucking slums in the world, and you know that.
Everyone knows Kibera slum is in Kenya. Why? How did I lie?
Because I said you omitted the truth.
How did I omit it when everyone knows that?
A narrative. You paint a narrative.
How did I
only
omit?
focus on negative shit of Black Americans?
All right.
And you act like fucking Africans.
So first you said. So first I lied, and now you're just saying I omit.
I kept saying no. I said that from the beginning. I said I can show you where you omit the truth. It's nuances to this shit. It's not just black and white.
But I
what
didn't.
You do is
when you
just
said
focus on negative shit.
When you said
you ignore the positive.
When you said the 2 biggest slums, Kenya has 2 of the biggest slums in Africa. Did I deny that?
Now that I brought it to your attention.
No, before I remember the conversation.
No, I didn't say that the first time.
Did I deny it? Did I deny it?
Because I never presented it to you.
Did I say no? It doesn't. Did I say that?
What you did was you picked the best neighborhood you could find to make your point, and then you literally typed in worst neighborhood in PG County. Was that on
Listen,
your screen?
man.
Did you type that shit in?
What I said was
you were being dishonest.
What
I said, you said a picture.
All right,
you said a picture that was false.
Okay, you said Kenya has 2 of the biggest slums in Africa. And I said, bro, there are slums all over the world, even America. I brought up the Mississippi Delta, which is the poorest area in America. And I said there are horribly poor areas in PG County. I said there are areas.
And that's false.
That's
because
not
even
false.
When you pulled up that worst neighborhood, that shit still looked 10 times better than the shit that you failed to show in Kenya. Why didn't you show the Kenya shit?
What do you mean?
Why didn't you show video of Kenya like you showed of PG County when you were trying to make that fake ass?
Because what he said was everybody knows there's slums in blah 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 Kenya, which isn't true. I didn't know that. He wasn't
telling me anything that I didn't know.
Why didn't you pull up Makoko?
You clearly don't. Makoko is not in Kenya. Makoko is not in Kenya.
I told you that night, pull up Makoko.
Makoko's not in Kenya, though.
I know it's not, but when you were pulling up that fake PG County shit, I said, pull up Makoko.
It wasn't fake, bro. It wasn't fake.
Pull up Trenchtown, Jamaica.
Everyone knows that.
Do you ever pull that shit up?
Listen, I'm not Jamaican.
But you kiss their ass and tell them how much they do better than us.
When have I talked about a Jamaican and said they do anything better?
Everybody, you say, everybody in that diaspora does so much better.
I've never said that. I've never said anything like that.
You said it all the time with your Pan-African bullshit. Just like
you
finally get into
you
Umar.
never proved.
You've been talking about the all the time, but you never get on. You never get on Umar.
Can you tell me the part where you lied? Where I lied?
I just said that you omitted the truth.
Listen, okay, look how dumb this guy is. Literally, after we're done with this crap, the next topic is Umar Disgraces Pan-Africanism.
That's the topic, dumbass.
But he said, I never talk about
finally getting to Umar, dumbass. You didn't hear me?
Shut up, Daniel. Go ahead, Cinderoni. Now, Cideroni, did he point out a place where I was lying?
All he did was say rhetorical bullshit the entire time.
All I
He
did
kept
was
on
say
Yeah, I
how
could
you
point out a
admitted
place that you was lying.
everything you
Go
saying
ahead,
is rhetorical, man.
Go ahead,
It's
Cideroni.
you were talking
all-
on Bucci's dick.
Guys.
it's all back and forth. It's all back and forth. We turn a topic off of this to turn it to an Epstein case, and then none of the facts have been put out there. Anything these people done said, man, all this stuff, and it's a prime. R. Kelly's a prime example of bullshit like this, where you ridicule and you prosecute somebody before they even have a trial. You doing series shows and movies and documentaries and all this kind of bullshit before a trial even happens. You putting a picture.
Bro, R. Kelly is convicted. R. Kelly went through trial. He's convicted. What are you saying?
Don't interrupt him.
Like, what's the deal?
Go ahead, Cideroni.
You paint a picture of someone and you get all these people gathered up. You do documentary series. You do all these specials and stuff like that before a trial or cases even happen. That should be illegal when somebody's in a situation as such and such. As far as this Trump and this Epstein, even if he was at the island, doesn't mean he was indulged in any kind of legal activity. So the fact people are breaking this up is low IQ, and people need to just wake up. Like, why are we steady talking about Epstein when there's so much more going on right now? Like, what's the deal? How do we turn a conversation?
Epstein, listen, Negroes were taught that when you're talking about anything that can help the black community, to divert the conversation onto some other community. And that's my bad for letting it get to that point. But you got so many people coming up. You're lying. My only question, what am I lying about? And if I make a mistake, I go and admit, hey, I was wrong about this on the last show or whatever. These dudes just want to talk to hear themselves talk. Are you done, Cideroni? Go ahead. Finish your last point.
Oh,
Cideroni.
Okay, yeah. That was the main thing so far as on this, man. I mean, first off, I want to ask you this, man, before we even go any further. What was the real topic? Can we get back to the real topic for once?
The topic was LA. The topic was, this is not totally off topic, what they were saying, but I said I'm the most dangerous man in LA because I feel like I'm like freaking Elijah on Mount Carmel, where I'm like, I feel like I'm the only black man in the U, but I feel like I'm damn near one of the only black men in LA who's just willing to just tell the truth. Like, we have a aversion to lying.
I mean, you don't tell the truth, though.
An educated black man is always number one on the radar. You understand? So this is not even a debate.
But you don't even you don't need any education to tell the truth. That's the whole point.
What truth are you claiming that you're saying?
AZ, can you guys stop interrupting? It's Cideroni turn.
That wasn't me, but okay.
Cideroni ain't talking about shit.
Man, your mama ain't talking about shit. All right?
Hey, come on, guys. No insults. No insults.
At the end of the day, man, I sit back, I say, let these dudes just do their thing. I don't say nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I wait my turn respectfully.
You was talking the whole fucking time I was talking.
Man, listen, dude, all you've been doing is up here just blurring out just trash rhetoric, man, about the prison system, about this, about everything. You ain't probably ain't got to be locked up before. Everything you saying is all bull. It's all bull, man.
I've never been locked up before. Is that good?
Bullshit.
Is that a negative?
Everything you bring up is all Democrats.
You've probably been locked up before.
Brainwashed trash, bro. Like, get over it, man. Keep moving, man.
Daniel Beverly is hurt because I talk about his Lord and Savior, Tariq Nasheed. Okay, let's go AZ, and then we're going to go to Camille C. and Jay Dolo. AZ, what did I lie about?
Well, you lied when you said that Charleston White never said anything that hurt the black community.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, explain to me how somebody telling somebody, oh, you know what I mean? Fuck King Von, you know, I'm happy he died, you know, fuck his mama, you know what I'm saying? Fuck Nipsey Hussle, you know, rest in piss, you know what I'm saying? He over here talking about raping women, you know what I'm saying? He's saying, man, I want to rape Asian babies. I want to rape Asian babies. I want to rape Asian women. He literally was on camera talking to his mans, talking about how he raped the bitch. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was with a shorty, and she told me.
Wait, AZ, listen, bro. We know what you're trying to do. We know what you're trying to do.
Bro. Because if you're gonna,
are you gonna get taken down, or are you gonna clean Clean up your language.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna censor myself. I'm gonna censor myself.
You think you're smart, but you're dumb. Don't try to
No,
get
I'm not. I'm not trying to get your take.
Bro,
all right, I'm not gonna get your demonetized.
Listen, bro. We know what you're doing. Stop it. Stop. I'm giving you a chance.
I'm not doing anything. This is what happened.
You know what you're doing.
These are the things that happen.
Okay, how did that hurt you?
What do you mean? This dude is an influencer
I'm asking
talking
you
about these things.
Listen, man. What I'm asking is, how did that hurt you?
It
the way it hurts, the way
guys,
the way it hurts. I'm gonna answer your question.
I want to know how it hurts you first and foremost.
Okay, but that's not that was not your original statement. You said, how did it hurt? How does it hurt the black community? That was your original statement. Now you're changing your statement and trying to personalize the situation because you know you're backed into a corner because you was wrong about what you said.
All right, I'm giving this guy a chance. Everybody in the comments, give me a yes or no answer. Did any of the stuff Charleston White said hurt you? Just give me you could just give me a Y or an N. Did anything Charleston White said hurt you? Now, AZ,
this is me and you. Why are you asking the audience? This is about me. I'm challenging your point.
You're speaking.
I'm challenging your point.
Listen,
you wanted me to challenge your point. I'm challenging your point. Why are you talking to the audience?
I want you to tell me how it hurt you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. The way it hurts me is that little kids are listening to this man, and there's other people supporting the things that he's saying, and he's saying things that are terrible, horrible, horrifying things, and he's trying to justify it, make it sound normal and normalized when they're horrific things that shouldn't be spoken by a grown man to an entire audience of black kids. That's how it hurts the black community.
How did it hurt you?
That's how it hurts the black community.
It hurt me because my children listen to this, and I have to raise my children.
Little kids don't listen.
That's how it hurts the black community.
Little kids don't listen.
Because we all tell children that these things are terrible things.
Listen, bro.
Right. We all tell people that these things are horrible things. Anyone that does these things or supports these things deserves to go to prison, deserves to, DIE, be deleted. And children are influenced by these things. Everybody is.
Are you gonna talk?
So how can you act like somebody that's speaking?
Are you gonna let me talk, or are you gonna keep filibustering and over talking?
Wow, that's amazing. He muted me.
He was answering your
question. You won't shut up.
How was that filibustering? He was answering your question.
Because I'm trying to
the same thing you said to me.
He's not answering my question.
I am answering your question. I am answering your question.
Listen, man. Listen, I asked him, how does that hurt him?
But that wasn't
because it hurts the children.
It's about the black community.
Bruh, dog, do you need me to take you down?
I mean, it's obviously the way that you like to handle conflict.
No, you guys know that your points are bullshit, so you guys try to over talk.
I'm telling you how I literally answered your question. You said, how did it hurt it? I'm saying he's influencing millions of black children across the world.
Why when I start talking, you guys?
Because I'm answering your question and you're acting like I'm not answering it.
You're not.
How? I'm gonna say it again. The way he hurt the black community by speaking this way and doing these things.
I asked you, how does this hurt you?
When you made your original, right? Exactly. When you made your original statement, did you make it about me or the black community?
I'm asking a question. How did it hurt you? Because
that's not what you said earlier.
But is that what you said? Bro? That's what you said. Exactly, bro. See, why are you changing what you said?
Are you going to be gone?
You moved the goalpost, Bucci.
I'm not moving anything. All right. All right. Yeah, we're done with the filibuster. They're guys. What you guys don't understand, those dudes do that purposely because they really don't got no point. So they all try to overtalk so you can.
They were giving you a point, but you kicked them off.
He's gone now. No, I'm getting rid of all those dudes. Guys, I asked all these dudes, where did I lie? The man literally tried to deflect onto children. If you can find me one kid who listens to Charleston White, I'll give you $100. No kids listen to that. And what Charleston White said about Nipsey Hussle don't hurt nobody but Nipsey Hussle family. What Charleston White said about King Von, none of y'all care about King Von. You're not going to miss a day of work to do something for King Von. And I know this doesn't hurt the black community because when you see all this killing in the black community go wear shirts saying free to kill her fast. The black community say, if you snitch on a killer, you're a snitch and you're wrong. You can't tell me that shit hurt you when you defend the people who do it. Nigga, y'all up here defending. I couldn't give a fuck about King Von. He's a damn murderer. He kills people who look like me. My little cousin over in Chicago could be a victim of King Von. And I'm supposed to be crying about King Von? Y'all don't even care about y'all community. But y'all want someone else to care about it. You guys say Adam's the worst, he's the enemy, but nigga, tune in faithfully to No Jumper. And then tell me, oh, we care about the community. They're liars. They're liars. And they don't pay their child support. That's what I'm telling you. Somebody said I'm delineating. Yeah, from dumb, ignorant niggas to regular God-fearing black folks. That's what I'm delineating to.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Yo, Brandon, bro. Thank you, bro. You were like so needed at No Jumper, bro. Like I can't like express how much like I'm just so thankful for like the way you came to No Jumper, bro. Cause we was getting sick and tired of suspect ass acting like a girl on every podcast and yelling and screaming whenever he was wrong, making niggas think he was right. And then Lush, weird ass, was blazing alongside that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was like blazing this shit, making niggas think that he right, bro. And I'm glad you called them niggas out for that shit, bro. You really is the GOAT, man. I'm so thankful for you, bro.
Hey, thank you, man. I mean, I'm getting attacked by. I'm gonna mute you because you got some fan noise or whatever. But it's really sad that these dudes watch No Jumper. They can't attack the racists that's allowed up there. You know, the people talking about they NK. Their focus is, oh no, you lied about this, that, and the third. I'm asking, what did I lie about? Well, you said that nothing Charleston White did hurt the black community. Nothing at all Charleston White has ever said has had a negative impact on the black community. Words ain't hurting the black community unless it's stop snitching, free the mass murderer fast. Oh, that's my homie. He got 10 bodies in the hood. He robbing people, breaking in houses. But because you went to the 3rd grade with the nigga, all of a sudden he should be let out of jail and he got railroaded by the legal system. And people will agree with that stuff. And then but the same people say, oh, I want what's best for the black community. They're liars. They're liars. I did my share of dirt, right? But at the same time, I realized that when I decided to leave that way of life behind, I had to leave the thinking behind. I couldn't walk away from the way of life and say, it's no longer good enough for me, but I'm going to still support the shit verbally. And, you know, I'm going to still sit up and speak like admiringly of the way of life. No, you either reject it totally or you just say, look, man, I support it. Now you can still be friends with people, but you should pretty much be like, Sharif on fucking Menace to Society. Like, hey, y'all come around me, y'all gonna get an earful. If y'all really my homies, y'all tolerate it. Go ahead, VB. VB, are you there? Okay, go ahead, KP.
Yo, what's up with it, homie?
What up, man?
So I kind of came in late. I just heard the dudes going off on you. What was the conversation? So I kind of want to get my input, make sure I'm correct though.
They were just telling me that I be lying all the time on No Jumper. I be making shit up. And then when I asked them to tell me what I lied about, they couldn't think of nothing. So then they came with the stupidest shit ever, saying that when I said that nothing Charleston White has said or done has hurt the black community, they tried to say I was lying about that.
I wouldn't say he hurts the community in a sense. I just say he hurts his message. He hurts his mission because the shit that he do, right? When you go against these, celebrities are like heroes to these people, right? So when you get on camera and saying, fuck King Von, fuck Nipsey, fuck this person, fuck that person, right? 9 times out of 10, the youth is on the internet. So when the youth see this shit, even if you are trying to come with a positive message, you already turn these niggas against you because they feeling like you the enemy, you the op. You can't go to the niggas community and say fuck the nigga we love, and then expect us to listen to your message.
That's not really true. That's not really true.
It's almost. I mean, I can't think of an example when a nigga come in our community and say, "Hey, fuck this nigga here."
Big pies on the streets every day.
Listen to me. Now we talking about a nigga that's martyr to us.
No, but look at this.
Like the community in certain parts, they love King Von. Niggas love Nip. Yeah, these niggas may have caused some destruction, but these niggas also gave niggas opportunities too.
No, I agree with you.
Help other niggas make it.
Right.
I agree with you.
I think.
Charles the White.
Wait. Let him finish.
When people try to say destroying the community, I think he's just destroying his message because he got some good shit he's saying. It's just your method, like the shit with Gilly the Kid. You run around saying fuck this nigga's son and oh nigga rest in peace to your son, calling nigga toe tag, but then you expect the nigga to listen to what you got to say. Like you don't even respect this man's child, bro. And that trolling shit is not really. It's some content shit, but how's he really helping the community? You can't come in here and say I'm gonna speak out against gangbangers and then call niggas slobs, Darus, and crabs and think niggas gonna listen to you.
Well, what I'll say is this: you said you can't go in and be like F this dude and then the community listen to you. That's a lie because drill rap, people literally diss somebody who people love, and then the people go stream their music by the millions.
But
just to hear that dude.
I'm not talking about their music. I'm talking about this nigga Charleston White's coming with a message, bro.
What I'm telling
listen,
man.
Message.
Listen, what I'm telling you is, despite Charleston White coming with a message, everyone is coming with a message. But what I'm telling you is happening in our community is when you say F somebody who people love, we don't reject you. We go listen to everything you got to say. And what I believe is that Charleston White.
You can't say that to everybody. I know niggas who don't. I know when Banging on Wax was going on, niggas wasn't. It was gang of Crip niggas that wasn't listening to B.
Charleston White is literally using the methodology of drill rap to spread his message, and it's working. He literally starts with F your hood, F your mama, F this. And you know what these niggas do? They don't say he said F Nipsey, I'm not going to listen to him. They go consume it by the millions. Charleston White has figured niggas out. And one day, you guys are going to just have to accept that. Charleston White knows that black people gravitate towards negativity. People, period. If Charleston White was like, do you know how many people are like, stop the violence, and they're only speaking positive? I'll give you an example. Melvin Farmer. He's big on stop the violence and stuff. The dude from 8 Train. He ain't going to say F this person and F that and F this, right? But ain't nobody watching Melvin Farmer.
But I'm going to tell you something about that. You can't use the internet to be real life because Melvin Farmer go to plenty niggas' hoods, have plenty conversation with niggas. Niggas didn't call big-ass Crip meetings when they had all the niggas from LA coming through. Nigga, respectable niggas, young, respectable niggas come through and sit down because of that nigga Skull's name, because who he is. If you come to some niggas with some disrespect, who the fuck gonna listen to you? Nobody give a fuck about your message. You come in disrespecting nigga. That nigga Charleston White and got on a motherfucking camera and said, fuck all the slobs and crabs in LA. Who the fuck gonna listen to that nigga, bro?
Charleston White has, in my opinion, a larger, more effective army behind him than any gang member has, because he has conservative white America supporting him. He got conservative black America supporting him. See, we can talk in the context of gangs, but gangs only represent a small number of black people. There are millions of black people who support Charleston White's message, even if when he speaks harshly, they say good. Okay, who cares? They up in here killing. You ain't gonna convince me that someone who listen to music about killing and celebrates it and consumes it is so hurt by what Charleston White said.
Man, that nigga Charleston White that nigga looked at as a clown, bro.
By some people.
Yeah, by some people. Yeah,
by
but like,
looked at as a clown. And look, I'm not. And you know me, Tuck. I ain't against everything the nigga say. He says a lot of the same sentiments that I share. Being a nigga who's from a street gang, being a nigga who's did prison time, from juvenile hall to YA to all that. But I'm saying the same thing as this though. If I'm gonna go and talk to some young niggas, I'm not gonna sit there and disrespect them niggas, bro. It's all about respect. Couldn't no nigga come to me at 16 years old and say, hey, fuck Darus, but let me holler at you about this gang banging shit. When you said fuck Darus, my nigga, you already got me on the edge, like nigga, fuck you. Because at the end of the day, this is
but I don't think he's trying to go ahead.
Hey, listen, man. Look, check this out, right? Charleston White is not hurting the black community at all in no way, shape, form, or fashion. He's hurting himself, if anything. Nothing he said.
I said he's hurting his message.
He said
he's hurting his message. He's not hurting the community.
He's hurting himself. He's hurting himself by making himself a target like that. And at the end of the day, he's been doing it for a few years now. Nobody's did nothing to him. He's still walking scot-free. Still got both his eyes. He just got into a boxing match. All this old bullshit, man. All this old Charleston White talk really is irrelevant, man. Because we all know it's bullshit. You know it's dumb shit. So why even go out there? You gain more haters by going against him than you do. You know what I'm saying? Just agreeing, because at the end of the day, the common square is gonna look at Charleston White like, I'm tired of these niggas doing too much anyway. So whatever he's saying is correct. I'm tired of this rap music. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Whatever. The average square is gonna go along with this because he's going at the ghetto community. He's going at urban political people. So we gotta look at the facts.
Let me ask you a question though. Even the squares are a part of the community.
But he ain't dissing them.
Square ain't a part of your community. If it was, it wouldn't be a division.
Hold on. What city are you from, homie?
I'm from all over.
No, what city are you from?
I'm from all over.
Man, what city are you from? Now I'm from Compton, California. Where are you from?
I'm from all over.
Nigga, well, in Compton,
Maybe
California,
he was a military brat.
In Compton, California, we got squares. I can use my homie Kendrick. That nigga's a square. That nigga's a square from my neighborhood. Stay 5 houses down from me.
But
he's
KP,
a square from my neighborhood, bro.
But KP, but why as black people should care about him dissing gangs though, calling them Darus and the C.
Because if you trying to come talk to some niggas, bro, and you trying to come and help these niggas or change these niggas' mind state, it's all about respect. If I came to you and called you a bitch ass nigga in your face, you ain't gonna want to hear shit I got to say after that.
That's common sense. You know this though.
The difference between you calling me a BAN.
Because it's common sense. Everybody know. Everybody up here know. Everybody up here got some type of protocol or etiquette of how you handle any kind of situation. Charleston White goes out his way to be a shock jock by saying disrespectful shit, then coming back and apologizing or meaning what he said by what he said and all this old dumb shit. He been doing the same shit for the past few years. Like if you ain't got over that,
I'm saying this though. You talking to if you talking to some young niggas out here,
I agree with you. I'm telling you, don't waste your energy on dumb shit about this nigga.
Hey guys, one mic.
I'm not a nigga that's tripping on the nigga shit. I'm just saying though. What my whole shit was, I don't feel like he's destroying the community. I say he's destroying his message. That's the first thing I said. He ain't destroying the community because to me, he's not a nigga that's in the community that niggas just looking up to like that. You don't see a bunch of motherfuckers rallying behind this nigga. This nigga's a shock jock, like you said. He's a content creator. Nigga's a comedian. This nigga do comedy. So it's like, yeah, motherfuckers, you have some people who agree with the sentiments, but a lot of niggas ain't standing next to this nigga either. And people don't stand next to him because they know he on some bullshit and puts niggas' lives in danger.
What he's showing is all these, what hood you from ass niggas and all this old bullshit ain't about shit when it come to real life issues. Because if it was about something, you would have handled this nigga a long time ago. So for real, niggas be getting
the police on niggas.
Can I correct something?
For real, bro.
Hold on. Listen. All I'm gonna say about Charleston White is this: I don't think Charleston White is trying to reach gang members. What I think Charleston White is trying to do is convince the regular law-abiding black folks to turn on the gang element within their community, basically saying let's separate from them, stop defending them, because gangs can't exist without normal black people who sympathize with them, right? If every time a gang member walked down the street, we learned that with the 94 and the 92 crime bill, right? Once the normal law-abiding black folks got sick of it, they went to the city council and to the state government and they implemented, they begged for laws to be implemented that were very harsh and strict on gang members and drug dealers. So that's who I think Charleston White's trying to appeal to. I think when he trolls the gang members, it's just that trolling, and he gets a kick out of y'all, out of not UKP, but these other gang members getting mad about it. Because honestly, if it don't apply, let it fly. But the reality is these gang members know it's a lot of truth to the stuff he said. That's why they're getting mad.
But you Tuck, look, you know me for 20 years, Tuck.
Yeah.
Most times within this lifestyle, niggas grow and learn. You feel me? Some of us, it takes a little longer. And that's why you have a lot of niggas now coming home and trying to do the intervention. You have all this shit. You feel me? So what he's doing, like I said, a lot of shit he says, I mean, this is not shit that niggas ain't never heard before. But understand though, it's sometimes in this lifestyle, you just gotta get these niggas is 16, bro. I was just in prison with niggas that was 21 who got out and came back. And I told niggas, I know that nigga's coming back. Cause he's 21. This niggas ain't in the mind state. They ain't got no bills, no kids, or they ain't realized fatherhood yet. They ain't realized life yet. So some of these niggas it's gonna take a little, and to be honest, some of these niggas are gonna die and get life in prisons along the process. That's what it is. Gangs ain't going nowhere.
And I believe that some of these dudes they see the methodology that Charleston White is implementing, and I believe that overall what he says has a positive effect. Because as an average person, I be thinking, I don't care if a gang member's offended by that. If you're offended by it, that means you doing that. There's some truth to it, and it applies to you.
But one thing about you, Tuck. One thing I know about you though, even though you in this lifestyle now, you come from a certain lifestyle, so you understand a lot about these niggas, and you still come with these niggas with respect. One thing I can say, you strong on your opinions, my nigga. You come in these niggas with respect because you know how the lifestyle is. You know the mentality of the niggas. You was fortunate enough to get out of it at a younger age, but you understand the shit. So when you go around niggas, you gonna give them your sentiments. You gonna give niggas your ideas and your thoughts and all that shit. But at the same time, you know it's gonna be in a respectful manner. You're not gonna stand on motherfucking 19th Street or something like that and disrespecting these niggas. Because at the end of the day, you know, hey, this not gonna get me nowhere. But you gonna say, hey, my nigga, it is a better way. How about y'all think about it like this? How about y'all think about it like that? And you will see that it's gonna spark in some of them niggas. Some of them niggas gonna hear your message and be like, you know what, Tuck, I feel what you're saying, bro. I get what you're saying. And a lot of that comes too because of who you are as a man.
Yeah.
Niggas respect the messenger more than anything. If Malcolm X is a buster, niggas wouldn't listen to what the fuck he had to say. But a lot of people respected Malcolm because who he was.
Yeah.
Same thing with Huey P. Same thing with Bunchy Carter. Same thing with a lot of the black men who stood up in certain times.
But we can't ignore the fact that Charleston White then outlived all them dudes.
I mean, he has, but at the same time,
and they were all positive.
He has been touched though.
He been touched, but he didn't outlive all them dudes.
I was addressing what somebody said earlier. Ain't nothing happened to him. Charleston White got pistol whipped while he was sitting in the barber's chair.
Yeah,
dozed off. So
I did an interview with the dude that did that and all that shit, man. Listen, man, I'm talking about for real. I ain't talking about no nothing a nigga don't walk away from and smile and get on camera and laugh about. At the end of the day, man, for all these tough ass niggas who got so much to say about the nigga, go beat his motherfucking ass. Other than that, man, let it go, because that nigga ain't nothing but a pest who gonna keep on bringing up more emotion and emotion.
The issue is
Charleston. Charleston White. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Charleston White has offended Negroes to the fullest height of offense. Bro got pistol whipped. What about all the people who dead from stepping on somebody's shoe or wearing the wrong color, walking down the wrong street, innocent, getting killed? That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, y'all talking about Charleston White. Charleston White has lived longer than many people who never did nothing bad to nobody, who are just the victims of like senseless violence, bro. Like, Charleston White is winning if I'm calling it, because he's proven like, yo, these dudes, you know, they're like, I disrespected them to the fullest extent, and these dudes are all about respect. But I'm walking around, yet someone else who might even disrespect.
Insulated though, man.
Well, I had a
That
question.
nigga come to LA. He don't come to LA and go in niggas' neighborhoods and all that shit. Them niggas be insulated, bro.
Bro, dudes are shooting up funerals.
Man, this niggas be insulated, bro. These niggas be out the way, my nigga. These niggas ain't going in nobody's hood with none of that rhetoric, my nigga. He's not. And when he get around niggas, he don't, unless it's a camera for the nigga, he ain't gonna do shit. Or the nigga gonna do the opposite. Nigga ramp up some shit, call the police. It's a difference. Something, nigga, you have other people that go into the communities, and that's why they are martyred, because they went into these places. They went into the pit of the fire. So I'm not gonna say, we ain't gonna sit here and get this nigga no credit like he just
I call that situational
he disrespecting niggas and just doing shit. That
I'm
nigga
not
out
giving
the way,
him,
bro.
I'm not giving him credit. I'm just saying, like, bro, if bro was such a problem, niggas should go get him. But what I'm telling you is people's anger usually dissipates once they cross state lines or city or neighborhood territories, right?
Like just working with the police. That's
he's
why
in another state.
Yeah.
So no, a dude just pistol whipped him.
What was
it? Yeah, and that dude's going to jail.
This was years ago, and that man was and Charleston White was
we moving
on camera.
But the last.
All right, let me go.
Can I say something?
Hold on, guys. We gotta let the other guys who ain't talk. Who is that saying? Can they say something?
Me. VB.
Go ahead, VB. Go ahead, VB.
Okay, I think all this Charleston White stuff, I think it's all fake outrage, because last night 10 people got shot in Atlanta. There was a mass shooting in Philly earlier this month, and another mass shooting in Chicago earlier this month, and niggas had nothing to say. Let Charleston White diss a rapper, and everybody is up in arms. So I think all this is like it's fake outrage, because there's pressing issues going on in the community that nobody talks about.
No, I agree 100%.
Hey, this is what I did want to say about what Charleston White said about the Carmelo Anthony and Metcalf. He said all that bullshit, that dumb shit first, and then he come back and retracted with I seen the video, and he saying the dude gonna beat the case, you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of shit, because it was a lot of bullshit that didn't come out. So, you know, he did retract them statements about the Carmelo Anthony situation and all that, but he did come off trying to appease the social media white folks who were spreading all kind of hateful, insightful shit about it. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You know, Charleston White is like, you know, just, it's an emotional roller coaster. It's gonna be some bullshit first, then they gonna come back. It never fails. It's the same. It's like Jordan shoes. It's gonna be the same shoe every year. It's not gonna be nothing different. It's gonna be some dumb shit first. Then it's gonna be some, oh, this is what I meant by it last, man. So I mean,
guys, wait, no, let UAV
online.
UAV online. Go ahead, brother.
So a man can't change his mind, and a man can't say, you know what, I didn't do my research properly. I'm gonna change my mind and go back on the statement. Like, is this like what you say, son, is stuck forever?
No, what I'm saying is that he used the same method to draw people into the same web of bullshit every fucking time. Well, basically, like, okay, what's the name, KP? That you talking to me?
No,
UAV online.
Who am I talking to? Oh, UAV. Okay, UAV. All right, UAV online. It's just like, okay, we having a debate or a conversation right now. Okay, I go do a show and say, well, these people, you know, assaulted me, tried to, do this and do that. Then I come back and say, no, it was just a misunderstanding. This didn't happen, that didn't happen. This, you know what I'm saying? It's the same get down every time with Charleston White. It's not. It's to the point where nobody should be surprised of what the fuck comes out his mouth. You know, you should either just turn the channel or listen if you want to or whatever, that dumb shit. But whatever it is, you know, is working for him. So much as we get up here and say what he's doing, what he's not doing, that bullshit working for him. Good luck, you know.
Let's go to
creator.
Let's go to
troll. He's a content creator, man.
Okay, you're down true, and he's a comedian. Go ahead, Darrell. Darrell, are you?
No, all I was trying to say was Charleston White is nothing but a comedian. He's an opportunist, and he's going at people's emotions and feelings for them to stir things up and for them to talk to their friends and loved ones and keep his name ringing. Just like this man just said. He'll say something controversial and then come back, oh, well, I have a child, so I was imagining if that happened to my kid, how I'd feel about it. So he's just tugging at people's heartstrings. It's all a hustle. And he does actually reach the younger generation. That's why he's working with Aiden Ross, because a lot of Aiden Ross's followers are teenagers and young adults. And that's exactly who he's under the wings of. That's why when the Breakfast Club called out that Neon Singh dude for how he was making those racist videos towards black women and calling them monkeys and all that, Charleston White came to his Neon's defense. Guess what? Because he's getting that money from Aiden Ross and all those streamers. So he targets young people too, Brandon.
Well,
right, let me go.
Hey, Brandon, he was just on Aiden Ross shit what was that yesterday when he was letting Aiden Rush talking about, oh nigga, let me fuck you in the ass and all that shit. He was just he fucks with the young people, bro. That nigga's in the young people's face.
I mean, you know,
but you have
I
to,
no,
though.
I
That's
agree.
what it is.
He's a part of the internet. He's like a product of the internet. Let me get Jay Dolo, and then we're gonna go to super chats. Then we're gonna switch to the topic of Umar Johnson disgracing Pan-Africanism. If you guys want to stay for that, go ahead, Jay Dolo.
Hey, how you guys doing? I kind of wanted to speak on Umar Johnson.
We'll do that next.
Okay, but speaking on Charleston White, I think Charleston White is what they call a provocateur. He knows that what he says is gonna get people upset. It's kind of like Trump in a sense, right? So like Trump came to power basically by being controversial. It's the same method Charleston White uses, and with the black community is even more effective because we tend to take everything to heart and be more emotional than a lot of other groups. So what he's doing is basically he's being a provocateur. That's all it is. And if people didn't really pay attention as much or take so much offense to it, he wouldn't be as popular as it is. It's kind of like if we ignore Charleston White, he would not be as popular as he is.
No, 100%. And people act like, I mean, people love this shit. They're like, people can say whatever they want. They love the negativity. They love the constant beef, the back and forth. They love it. It's entertaining. And so they give people the entertainment they want. And then those of us who are like, I guess, a little bit more like, you know, knowledgeable or aware, we condemn it. But I look at it like, bro, if you don't like it, he ain't talking to you. He's speaking that for the people who love that shit. Wake up every day. We've been in no jumper chats where they're like, we don't care about, you know, logic and rational thing. We don't care about intelligence or the community. We just want to, all we here for is crash outs. Yeah, honestly, bro, you smart, but we don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talk. Like, there's an element in our world that thinks like that. And it's so funny because we could defend like liberal agendas and different shit like that. But in my opinion, that's what creates that element. People teaching people that it doesn't matter. You can do anything you want, be anything you want. You whatever. If you think you're a freaking cucumber, nobody has a right to tell you like stupid shit. So I think it's more problems. Charleston White to me ain't the problem. It's a bigger problem than Charleston White.
Not to cut you off, but and he says this himself. When Charleston White was a community activist. He said he used to come out and have a different approach. He would basically like he was more positive when he first I guess became a community activist, and he said he got no attention. He said until he started doing all this, cursing people out and coming at rappers and just basically being negative, that's when he got a lot of attraction. And that's basically what made him rich. So when he was being positive and a community activist, he did a lot of work with the youth. So none of that gets highlighted.
And nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I think though, hey, Tug, the reason why I think people don't care, man, because a lot of it has to do with character, right? So I was having this
because we like negativity.
Now listen. I'm just gonna say this. A lot of this shit is niggas' character, bro. Sometimes motherfuckers just have bad character. And even though you coming with the message, bro, some niggas' character is just niggas can sniff it out. Humans can sniff shit out. We can sniff bullshit when it comes a mile away. It's like when you see the motherfuckers sitting on a podcast and they sitting there talk about, oh, you should do this and do that. 9 out of 10, you can be like, man, it's a bullshit ass nigga. And then you have the motherfuckers who you can like, nah, this is a dude right here. I can just tell based off character, he a real dude. And
listen, bro, I would agree if we, especially as the black community, the people who are coming out and speaking positive things, we held them up in a certain light, or we made them rich, or we gave them attention. Nothing gets attention except the negative stuff.
But just because negativity sells, that doesn't mean you have to stoop low to get attention. You can just keep doing the work. Prior to him becoming negative and coming at rappers, he was doing a lot of good work in the community. So he could have just stuck to that. There were people that were listening to him.
My question is this.
Not like now.
Wait.
You don't need those. He has nationwide.
There's a lot of hypocrisy here because Charleston White's spew negativity. We got all these issues with it. Everybody else spew negativity. We don't even mention it. You got a million rappers you got to address before you get to Charleston White. You got a million ignorant, radical, leftist black folks you got to address. I heard a black woman say, "Oh, abortion is good because the black community is overpopulated." I brought that up on a show. You have black folks defending it. That's 10 times worse than what Charleston White, anything Charleston White has said, especially when you know the numbers behind black abortion rates. It's just selective outrage. That's literally
But you
all
have people that be outraged. The selective outrage shit is crazy stuff because you have people who are outraged about just because everything is not on the forefront. You have people who speak up against any and everything. Everybody, black community is not on one. We are not on
Not
one
as much.
accord about
Not
anything.
as much.
Man, it's what y'all paying attention to.
When somebody
basing that off of clout, who gets the most views?
Guys, let the man finish his point.
If you're going through niggas' algorithms, and that's all you paying attention to, of course you're gonna say that. I can sit here and say on Twitter, I see nothing but motherfucking porn. If I'm only looking at porn on Twitter, then that's my algorithm. But I can't say that's the only thing on Twitter though.
Let me ask you a question. What's worse? Whatever Charleston White said, or a woman who had 17 abortions and is bragging about it, laughing and joking like it's funny and it's a game, and a bunch of people defending her and it's her body, it's her right to. Which one do you think is more detrimental to our community?
But you also have the Angela Stantons who are going against that. So what's your point?
Yeah, my thing is this, right? When it comes to
and Charleston White is Charleston White saying what he's saying, but you also got a bunch of people going against Charleston White. But what Charleston White is saying is not killing nobody. No one's losing their life behind that. I mean, it's just hurting niggas' feelings. That's basically it. It ain't hurting nobody. My kid don't got to sleep on the floor at night because of what Charleston White is saying. Where there's kids who sleep on the floor at night because bullets is whizzing over their head all night in certain neighborhoods.
Brandon, my thing is this: when it comes to black people, right? Like, we pick and choose what to be offended by and what not to be offended by, or what to care about. When it comes to police brutality, people are marching in the streets and it's the number one issue and da-da-da. But when it comes to other things, we don't give a fuck. Even though it affects us more. Like, for case in point, the abortion thing. We don't care. But when it comes to certain people pick and choose what they want to care about. When it comes to certain things, niggas are out marching in the streets and da-da-da and destroying communities. But when it comes to things that actually affect us day to day, nobody cares.
But you have millions of black people who are against abortion. Millions.
Right, but when was the last time you saw a city burn down because of abortion?
Well, because I mean, look, and this is my opinion, abortion is that person's right at the end of the day. I can't tell a female who the fuck can and can't have a baby. My motherfucking mom was raped by a dentist, and she had an abortion back in the 60s. So who the fuck was going to tell my mom, nah, fuck that, had a rapist baby?
No one's saying that, but my thing is this, like, we care more about shit that I think the media wants us to care about.
I wouldn't even say I'm 1,000% against abortion. I'm saying people who do it irresponsibly. 17 abortions is a lot. And I used to think, oh, that's a rare circumstance. Bro, I heard about that on the internet. I talked to one of my family members about it. She said, man, I had 16 abortions. I said, what? She was like, a lot of chicks is in the double digits on abortions. I said, what the freak? KP, I had no clue that these heifers was out here getting 15, 20 abortions. I thought, okay, you have one or two in life, maybe, right? You and a dude doing something, mistakes will be made. Bro, these chicks is in the double digits, bro. And black folks are aborting at almost equal numbers to every other group in America combined. I just think Charleston White is a small problem. Not even a problem. I think Charleston White is low on the priority list. But let me get these super chats real quick. And then we got to go to Umar, y'all. Salute to the great equalizer of No Jumper. Yeah. Derry Clan, thank you for the $1.99. Appreciate you, my brother. Players Only TV, $5 holler. Somebody match my donation. Salute Brandon. Hey, y'all match my bro donation. Thank y'all. Thank you, brother. Sean Caird. Y'all willingly on Bruh Live to hate. who lost for real. But reality is people respect the truth even when they don't like it. That's why y'all here. I appreciate that, Sean. And it's true, man. I mean, look at my boy KP up here. He can give me objective truth, facts, whatever. I'm not going to get mad at him and, nah, you lying. Me and the bro have conversations political all the time. I'm open-minded to go do my research. But when you're up here just blatantly fucking lying, just for the sake of like, I don't know if it's to deceive people or what, I ain't tolerating that shit. Go argue with somebody who got time to waste. AZ, shout out to you, brother, for the $2. AZ, he trying to buy his way back into the stream. I'm gonna let you speak on Umar, AZ. But if you get back to your old antics, your ass is out. All right, guys. So Umar Johnson is back begging again. This guy who has received millions of dollars in donations from African-American people, all in the name of building a school for Black children, for Black boys. He is now, by his words, what he says, broke. His accounts have been frozen. He has no money to take care of him and his mother. And he is once again asking the church to reach deep down in their pockets to drop a monetary donation on him so that he can survive.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy.
Oh, shit.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Again, June 25th to July 10th is the period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went public and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. Hold off on all FDMG Academy money order and check donations until the situation is resolved. If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. Right? PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If you want to make a donation to the school, hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on. The bank is investigating the fraudulent attempt. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself, I have never asked the people for $1 in my life, but right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank.
This is Pocket Watching with JT.
Hey, JT had the best video, but I think he continued the Umar stuff.
Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big from Philadelphia. I have a Africanism to my continental Africans. One of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. Of my account. They had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account.
Umar is lying. If a bank is freezing your account or they do an investigation, because it's called an investigation on your account, that doesn't require them to freeze your money. Also, they will allow you to still have access to a certain amount of your money while they do the investigation. You have to think people have their mortgage payments in banks, people have their kids' tuition in banks, people have their life savings in banks. If banks were just freezing people's accounts for investigation, people wouldn't put their money in banks. Umar is lying. It's obvious. His story doesn't even add up. Also, when you're dealing with the amount of money he has or he's dealing with, you should have money in several different financial institutions. And in my opinion, you should have money in a safe just in case something goes wrong. But there's a lot of banks you can get, like PayPal for one, where you don't have to deal with stuff like that. You got US Bank, you got Never Bank with Wells Fargo. You got US Bank, you have Chase Bank. They have insurance on accounts to where if someone is doing something, your money is protected, right? He's just making this up. He wants money. Maybe the donations aren't coming in like he needs them to for whatever reason, but he's once again begging for more money. I can't speak to how Umar does what he does. That's his problem and his baby. But the reality is, bro, it's been almost 20 years since you've been talking about that school, right? I have a safe. I do have a safe. But I actually keep my money in a gun safe, which is crazy. But so if you like, this is disgraceful to Pan-Africanism. I don't think he should be even using Pan-Africanism. J Dolo, keep your mic muted. You got background noise. I don't even think he should be using Pan-Africanism in this campaign to beg, because this really has nothing to do with Pan-Africanism. This is a personal ask for the care of him and his mother. And I think he brings his mother into it so people will sympathize and empathize with him and reach in their pockets. But at some point, while I do think Umar has delivered a lot, Umar is turning people who supported him for decades against him, because everything he does is so secretive. Like, bro, why don't you just have the balance of the damn accounts public knowledge, or just bank with a trustworthy institution? He's not even telling you who he's banking with. But everyone seems to be able to try to break into his account and hack and try to steal money, and it's due to no fault of my own. Well, yeah, it's always your fault, because ultimately Umar's making the decisions and he's not really involving a lot of people in what he's doing. I've actually heard stories of people who agreed to do work and stuff for Umar for free, and he just like never responded to him, turned him down for one reason or another. And I honestly feel like, the school is like a bridge to nowhere, because he's talking about he has to pay the Wi-Fi for the school and the energy bill. Bro, why you got to pay energy bills for a school that ain't even open? Why do you need to pay Wi-Fi for a school that ain't even open when you in South Africa? It just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. And it's a lot of explaining to do. I don't know who Medea is, but maybe she's someone else who's exposing this guy. But in my opinion, Anton Daniels called Umar out from the beginning. Also, with as many celebrities that are out here with hundreds of thousands of dollars that they want to give in charitable donations, there's no way Umar should not have had this school open by now. And if he can't do that, and I hope he one day sees this, maybe he will, maybe won't. Umar, why don't you get with somebody like King Randall X down in Albany, Georgia. That brother's already opened a school. And if you don't know how to open the school properly, ask him. Or if if you just too dumb to do it, just have, give money to bro. And you could work with him to expand what he's doing. It's everybody wants to be an individual and have their own little project. I get that. But Umar, King Randall X been running his school for 20 years. You've been building your school for 20 years. I think you're not, you just have to accept you are not the best person. You're not the right person for that job. I've already thrown my support behind King Randall X. I moved away from Umar some years ago. I've never actually donated anything to Umar. Let me stop. But I saw the receipts with King Randall X. I saw the product. I saw him in, his methodology in action. I could see it. So when they vandalized his school, I sent money down there. Umar needs to stop the bull crap. And people need to stop sending this nigga money. I'm just going to call it what it is. There are too many people out here doing what needs to be done, and they're doing it the right way for you to keep throwing this dude your money. Umar, Tariq, all these guys, to me, they're cut from the same cloth. That's why they never talk. Well, when they do beef, the beef ends very quickly because they're all in the same business. No, Umar. Tough love. Don't give his ass shit. Go get a job. Because this dude been eating good off of these folks' donations. And all I see that he did with the money is a coat of paint and some and he said AC unit. My thing is, bro probably got enough donations to cover that just with the block party that he threw. And we ain't seen a block party in what, 2 years? I'm no, don't give him, don't be no fool now. All right, so we'll start with Cinderoni. Oh, whoa. Before we do that, let's get this super chat. Shout out to Sima Publicity. Thank you, brother, for the $10 holler. All these guys who got dropped off, Slick did it and all them. Yeah, y'all need $5 donations to come back up. AZ put his donation in, and now he's back up. But if y'all blatantly lie on my channel, it's a fine that y'all got to pay to get back up here. Let's go, Cinderoni. What you think about this Umar situation?
Hey, Dr. Umar. He came on as a revolutionary, something we hadn't seen in quite some time since the Khalid Muhammad's and Malcolm's and all them guys and things like that. I think that a lot of them guys from that time, and it's a few young ones now, but mainly that generation, a group of people, they understood how sharp the method of gathering and conning the people. I will say that Dr. Umar offers a lot more intellect and argument conversation than most of this time. But with this money situation, that's hard to believe that he's having any kind of financial disparages, because you getting money from several different companies. You got YouTube, you're getting a check. You got Instagram, you're getting a check. You got, Twitter and all them other social platforms. So it's like the way he breaks it down, it just don't fit the mold of somebody who really actually, is going through this type of situation. I'm not gonna just bet, because I don't agree with everything that he says, but I will say about a good 65, 75, around that type of percentage, he is on point. And that's a pretty good ratio compared to a lot of the bullshit that we have out there now that they're spewing out dumb shit. When you can, if you're going to compare him and Charleston White, then that's what I'm saying. He's going to blow. Like, that's what I'm saying. People like Charleston White make you appreciate Dr. Umar a million times more just because of the integrity and fabric, that he's bringing with this. And that's this is just all opinionated. It's also, subjective criticism and who you're dealing with. I'm not believing that he's broke though. It's too many avenues of him getting money. YouTube, you getting a monthly check. Instagram, monthly checks. Twitter, Twitch, all them places, the monthly check, man. So for him to just be broke and all this and that, it's not making sense. Especially after he just had that incident with his daughters, So for him to get up there and to say that he doesn't have any money, it could be a ploy to keep the women from coming after him to get his bag. Unless he done piss some people off and might try to sue him. It could be one of them type of ploys. I feel like whatever he's saying is something behind it. I don't think he's just doing this for just per se the money. I think he's trying to divert some attention off of him by making these statements.
I mean, that could be. I just think he's a scammer. I believe the lady who used to be with him, who used to take care of his mom, she said bro lives like he doesn't like keep track of his finances well. I believe her. A lot of people like this aren't good with money. And I think his well is running dry. I think the donations have dried up because you can only run this hustle for so long. And a lot of people, once it hit like, what was it, 15-year mark or something? When did he start building that school? Once it hit like that 15-year mark?
It's been going on for quite some time. And I'm going to tell you this too. I got a sponsor of mine who donated a lot of money. I'm not going to say like tons, thousands of thousands, but they donated, a lot of money to this guy, and believing that he was the, new Messiah or the new, breath of fresh air for black people. And for him to be broke now, you got to think about this. This guy definitely clocked in over $1 million throughout his campaign.
Bro, it's multiple millions.
Multiple millions. So for this to be,
remember, Umar, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Umar is consistently booked to go speak. Umar is not going nowhere for free. Umar is getting in some instances like $20,000 to show up. I remember because I used to be the head of a study group at a place called Shades of Africa, and I was involved with booking Umar to come speak there. And when he came to Shades of Africa, he spoke in Shades. Then he went to Cal State Long Beach and got a bag to speak over there for the Black Student Union. Umar is not like he has the ability to make money. Bro, it's just he's probably maybe his tour dates or whatever done dried up, or he done overspent in South Africa. I mean, we at the point where Umar is still recording videos in his car. Umar, you can't get an office for the FDMG. You got the whole school. Why don't you record videos there? Come on, y'all. This is not adding up, you guys. He's well-spoken. He's a good-looking guy, pause. He's a very intelligent person. But in my opinion, Umar crossed the line morally speaking a long time ago. And I really don't think he doesn't know how to get back. But thank you, Cinderoni. Go ahead, VB. VB going once. VB going twice. VB going 3 times. Okay, VB. Go ahead, J Dolo. Everybody,
yeah.
I'm gonna limit the comments to like 2 minutes because I don't want this video to go to 3 hours because then I won't be able to download it. Go ahead, J Dolo. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think Umar is just he's been doing
Hey, do
this.
you got a fan or something in the background?
I do. My bad.
Hey, turn that off because yeah.
Hold on.
Messing up my damn video. Somebody said Umar bought a key and it didn't turn over. Go ahead, Dolo, you good.
Yo, it's so obvious that this dude is a scammer. And he's been playing the same con I've been following Umar since like 2012, 2010. And he's been pulling the same con. Like Umar plays on the emotions of black people. And he knows that they're the easiest to play. That's why he's like super pro-black. He deals with a lot of like single mothers. He's obviously a womanizer. Obviously. All the stories that came out about him. And every time he always pulls this con like, oh, I'm about to open the school. There's always a date. How many times does Umar come up with a date for the school? Oh, the school's gonna be open August 2024, August 2020, and it never opens. And people fall for this every single time, hook, line, and sinker. So he's not gonna stop. This is where he gets his bread. Like,
no, 100%. He's not going to stop. And if you listen to everything he does, it's almost like he has like pre-rehearsed scripts for this stuff because he's really just been running the same game over and over. And I think the people he really preys on is like older people,
right? And single moms.
And single moms and shit like that. And I think a lot of those people are starting to die off. And they're not just the remnants of the civil rights generations are like the most gullible people on earth because they're over 70. They have retirements and pensions. They really feel a lot of retroactive remorse and regret for getting duped with the civil rights nonsense. And so now they're looking for a cause to throw money at to try to reclaim or recover some of what, might have been lost. Because do y'all realize we used to have black schools and now it's a big ass thing now to build a black school? That's crazy to me. Like we used to have our own damn school districts. Now someone building a school is like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Like Negro, we gave up all our own stuff to get in school with white folks. So why are you trying to build black schools now? We had them and we didn't care about them. But whatever. Thank you, Jay Dolo. Go ahead, Darrell.
I've been a listener of Dr. Umar for many, many years. I feel like he has a lot of information historically and presently. He can dissect a lot of information. And I've always liked him for that. Now, I've donated to the school, but once I would have seen the results and the vision that he presents come to fruition, I would have gladly and happily actually donated to him. But he's just had a lot of smut on his name. And I've sometimes tried to defend him. Hey, come on, give him some time. This doesn't always work out as fast as we hope, but it's just one excuse after another. It's like he is running a game, as much as I like Umar, it's just I've just come to the realization that he is running a game and he's getting over on people. And I think what he should have done is maybe got some smaller area of land with what he would have raised to just transition into podcasting, because a lot of people like him. They think he's funny. He appeals to black women, and he could have been popping that way instead of going on other people's podcasts and them capitalizing off of him. I just think he's just messed himself up. But, he probably still has some people that listen to him and will support him, but he could have been way bigger and way better than what he is. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I really feel like Umar is an undisciplined person. He's good when he's hot. When he's hot, he's very fiery. He has a good spirit, but I think Umar's undisciplined because there's so many avenues Umar could have pivoted to, in the school situation. Bro, you could turn that school into a production studio. It's sitting on land. I recommended years ago, hey, bro, why don't you just do a bunch of national study groups like the Nation of Islam used to do and just have them all pay dues? And then you go around and you have kind of like a circuit, like how the Jehovah's Witnesses do and the Mormons and stuff do, where they travel around and visit, like Louis Farrakhan does that. He goes around to different, that's how Louis Farrakhan really makes money. He goes around to different mosques every week. He'll be at a different mosque or every month or whatever, and he'll speak there, and they'll pay him a fat lump sum of money, like 20,000, something ridiculous. And that's how he feeds himself and his family, plus whatever dues that the mosque generate, on yearly or monthly basis to be official. Umar could have been did something like that, because he definitely takes a very like almost religious approach to Pan-Africanism. But as a Pan-Africanist, I would be remiss if I did not call him out on this bullshit. We don't We don't pick and choose. Umar's out of line, 100%. And none of this has anything to do with Pan-Africanism. Go ahead, Daniel Beverly.
Well, of course, Umar is a joke. I don't know how anybody's been giving him money. I want to know who is stupid enough to give Umar money at this point. But also, Pan-Africanism is pretty much a hustle anyway. I've always said that, it's a one-sided hustle. I think that's why you haven't really been touching on Umar. He's obviously a bigger grifter than anybody.
Hey, break it down. How is it a hustle? Break that down.
It's a hustle. It's a hustle because Black Americans have been helping everybody and really getting nothing back. But
was Al Sharpton the Pan-African?
No, what's your point?
No. What I'm saying
his point is that you're saying something is a hustle, but Black America been getting hustled by people for centuries, but we only got smoke.
I didn't say Pan-African was the only hustle.
You did say that.
You did say that.
You did say that.
I said
you lied too much. Listen, I said it was
what?
Africans have not asked you for anything.
Said it's a hustle.
Listen, man, there's no hustle because you
hustle.
choose to participate in it or not.
Oh,
is that one of them lying niggas again?
And we delineating, but y'all been focusing on Tariq.
Listen,
so much.
bro, who is we?
He's been
who is we? Who is we, bro? The 3 members that's in FBA.
Oh, FBA.
No one even knows what FBA is.
FBA is deeper than that.
No, it's not.
Deeper than that.
Bro, I saw the FBA conference.
That's why all these groups got their panties in a bunch.
No one has their panties in a bunch. Bro, FBA is not even.
You focus on FBA.
Bro, I haven't talked about FBA in months.
You just mentioned Tariq tonight. Have you ever had an episode where you didn't mention Tariq?
Yes, many. You just said I haven't been touching on any.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, because Tariq,
like I said,
listen,
the whole
Tariq
time,
was trying to listen, bro.
Been grifted.
Tariq was mentioning my name on Twitter, trying to see if he could get back on No Jumper, bro. That's how bad he is.
No, he talks about you because every now and then because you be stalking.
Daniel, do me a favor. Daniel, do me a favor. Daniel, do me a favor. Can you give me the next major event that FBA is about to, that Tariq is about to throw for FBA?
We don't throw stuff. It's a lineage.
Yeah. You do throw stuff.
Y'all keep trying to make
have the
FBA
point. Convention.
It's not.
You have the FBA. Listen, man. You have the FBA convention. You have the FBA.
Tariq, he wants to throw a convention. That's fine, but
you have the FBA reparations rally.
I don't pay dues.
Listen, man.
I'm not in an organization. I don't have a leader. There's no board meeting for FBA.
Okay. People with movements have an itinerary. They have a schedule, a calendar of things they're doing to further the movement. What is the next event on the FBA calendar?
Not fleeing.
Right.
Standing on business. That's our next movement. But
what else? What is another movement?
My point is,
would you say
the
NOI is a
Umar?
movement? Would you say the NOI is a movement?
For 15 years.
Would you say the NOI is a movement?
That's irrelevant.
So the NOI is a movement. Let me look on Google.
FBA.
Let me look on Google. Listen. Let me look on Google. Let me look on Google. No, there's people in the thing saying it's a movement.
So what is the next?
FBA is not based on lineage. FBA is not based on lineage.
Who's the Italians? It's the lineage. Y'all just keep trying to move the goalposts.
No, it's not, because Tariq was just saying Drake is not FBA, but even though his daddy is FBA.
But my point is, Umar was grifting for a long ass time. But Africanism in front of his little title, you was being quiet about it. Now it's obvious grift you have to even call it out. And with Tariq, if he asks for a shirt, you'll get a shirt in the mail. What does anybody else got for Umar?
If you pay for a shirt,
right?
You'll get.
Of course, that's how shit works. That's how business works. If you pay for a shirt, you'll get a shirt.
But that's all FBA has ever produced was shirts.
Now you're just making up shit. It's a whole bunch of different things. If you say you'll get a film. See how that works?
You got to pay for it twice. You got to donate to.
But with
You got
Umar,
to donate to the crowdfunding.
okay.
Then you
So
got to
what
pay
do
for the film.
Okay. What have you ever got from Umar? But him saying shit 3 times.
Umar wrote 2 amazing books that actually helped thousands of people around the United States of America. The War on Black Boys.
Was it free?
What are Umar are Tariq's t-shirts free?
Right, but y'all called it a grift when he do it.
You literally said that no one ever got anything from Umar. Umar has done the same thing. Umar has actually produced more things of value to
Hell
African.
no, he has not produced more. Hell no. He's had that same. How long did it take to come out with the museum after he raised the money?
Forever.
Whether you like it or not, it ain't taken 15 years. And the shit still ain't open once.
Listen, personally
you talking about why doesn't he
speaking,
do a podcast for
listen, personally speaking, the Psychoacademic Holocaust, that book, I bought 2 copies from my grandma. She had 2 foster kids, boys who were in IEP, who had IEPs in school. She told me, she said, man, that book really helped me understand the IEP process and helped and make sure these guys got everything they were supposed to get as far as their educations were concerned. There were thousands of people
and Mac lessons
and that.
And Mac lessons help people get better.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you, Daniel. Go ahead, AZ.
Tariq has been producing.
Tariq.
Yeah. So black what's his name? Umar is just a testament to the stupidity of black people. Okay. So to me, this guy's always been a con man. He's always been a scammer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, does he speak some facts? You know what I mean? When he goes up on the Breakfast Club or whenever else he's talking or whatever, sometimes, yeah, sure. You know, but that's about it. You know what I mean? You said he wrote some books. Okay, that's great, but no change around here has he really made? He hasn't done anything. He's lied about this school for 20 years. He's not really done anything but talk. To me, the guy's a jester. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like this archetype, this Dr. Umar archetype, we've seen many times before. You got the King Pharaoh guy, Brother Polite, you know what I'm saying? Derek Jackson. You know, I feel like they're all part of the same little crew, which is like pander to black women, blame black men for pretty much everything, worship the black woman, even though, in my opinion, I think black women are the primary cause of the destruction of black families, not really black men. Do black men play a role in that? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's the black woman kicking the black man out of the house to get government aid, you know what I'm saying, and keeping the children away from their father, you know what I'm saying? And they're the ones that are being unruly and just basically hard to be with. So, but he never talks about that. He never holds them accountable. He only holds men accountable. And to me, the minute I see that, I already know you're a panderer. I already know you're just basically playing towards black women's sentiments so you can get money from them. And it works every time with Derek Jackson, with that new short guy. I forgot his name, but he's like really, really short. It's like, it's the same play over and over and over. And somehow you guys keep falling for it, even though there's no evidence of anything these guys are preaching. To me, it's like one of those pastors that basically steals the congregation's money and just sits up there and lies to them, but really he's a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? He's no better than the people in the congregation. You know what I mean? Like, look at the way he was talking to those women that came out against him. Super disrespectful. This is the guy that, you know, preaches all of this stuff about black women, and he's talking to his own black women like that. Come on, man. This guy's a fraud. He's a scammer, just like all the other ones. To me, the only true black revolutionaries that there were in history were guys like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, you know, these guys. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say Umar did not contribute anything. He has made contributions. That was his qualifier to where people start listening to him. Umar, for many years, did a nationwide conference call where he helped parents who were going through the IEP system and through the school's psychology system where they were dealing with these young boys, and a lot of parents gave testimonies about how he helped them. So he was doing a lot of good, but he lost his way, man. Fell in love with that money, man. Go ahead,
Bro,
go
all right.
ahead, Focus Dave.
Yeah, good evening, panel. Good evening, Brandon. Good evening, panel. Yeah, Umar's a disappointment, man. I mean, I really thought he was gonna make it happen. You know, with the school, I thought he was gonna try to go to Africa, build a school, and have more self autonomy, because that plan he was trying to do with that kind of money, he couldn't do it. And I knew he couldn't do that in America with that kind of money, because $2 million is not even enough to open a school in America. He could have took that money and went to Africa. I thought he was gonna go to Africa and build that bigger brand, because he wanted to do a lot of things with the boys and the girls or whatever, and you'll have more self
Bro, he
autonomy.
could have got a loan from the government to build a school with millions of dollars, bro.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think I don't think it would have worked in America, because most black people in America want to go to the white schools, man. Ain't nobody trying to go to Umar school, man. Let's be real. Umar can have $30 million right now to open his school. Nobody's gonna go to his school. Nobody's gonna put that. Nobody trusts Umar children in his school.
His name is Umar.
Umar, yeah, Umar.
No, ooh.
No, I say Umar. I just say you say Umar. I just
It's
say Umar.
Umar.
I just say Umar.
He said Umar. Hey, nah, I think you're right with the sentiments. Like, Negroes want to go to prestigious white schools.
Yeah, like a black school today is not gonna work. A black school today is not gonna work. Most black people are gonna go to the white schools anyway. So that's it.
But you never know. There's already Pan-African schools though.
Yeah,
there's a couple
but
Pan-African schools in LA.
I think Umar messed up his reputation so much, and so many scandals with him, that nobody's gonna trust them with their kids in the school. Like, come on. Gotta be realistic,
man. Yeah, I think a lot of people have lost faith in Umar.
Yeah, we lost faith in Umar. Like, Umar didn't deliver, and then, like, what's so sad to me, like, I'm a lifelong Pan-African. Like, I'm born in the movement, and it's like the real Pan-African, they're not on YouTube. Like, I mean, not of course, not you, Brandon, but I'm just saying, like, the real guys, they're not on YouTube. They on the line, putting their life on the line, putting their careers on the line, and doing the work, doing the groundwork. So it's like it puts a black guy on a movement, because nobody voted for Umar to be Prince of Pan-Africanism. I didn't vote. I'm sure Brandon didn't vote. Right?
I didn't vote for
I said nobody voted, and I said nobody voted for Umar to be Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Nah, it's self-appointed.
It's like, but now, like, when you think about Pan-Africanism, the first face come up is Umar right now. You know,
I mean,
pretty much people did vote, though. I mean, by uplifting him and making him the primary, Here's what I mean by voting for him. If you uplift the guy, make him basically the primary voice of Pan-Africanism, and he's the main person that everybody tunes into, you're essentially co-signing him as a community.
No, I didn't. First of all, I knew him, the amount of money he was asking for to open up a school is not even enough money for the payroll for a school.
Yeah, it was just the money. It was just to get money in his pocket.
Yeah, come on, you got to be realistic. Like,
and the pay and all that.
Me right here, I got a school in Africa. You know what I mean? Like, I know the ins and outs of it. Like, the money he calling to run is like, come on, bro. Like, that's not, you're not going. If you get that money in Africa, if he got $2 million in Africa, you're gonna go far. He got 50 acres, a mule, 50 mules. You know, he got everything, but not in America. I thought he was gonna do something in Africa, and then maybe annex, maybe later on get something in America, and then maybe do.
Bro, you're not gonna convince Black Americans to go to Africa, bro. Like, that's just not going to happen. Now, is there going to be some black?
No.
There'll be some Black Americans here and there that will go to Africa, but you're not going to be able to get them to go there in mass.
Guys, listen.
You're just not.
No one's trying to convince Black Americans to go to. Do you think we want niggas like you in Africa?
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean, niggas like me? What does that mean?
I'm not
wouldn't make it in Africa. They'll be chopped his ass up.
I'm not talking about
You gotta have a certain kind of discipline outside America, man, to be in other places, bro. I
I'm
don't
not
know if
even
y'all
talking.
like, you know, but
You
been around other people
maybe
from different
AZ, you maybe got
ethnicities
me
or
misunderstood.
understand
Maybe
different origins or
we're focused.
AZ, you trying to attack me, bro. You got me misunderstood.
Guys, this is not a damn debate. It's not a debate.
You got me,
You got 30 seconds to finish your point, Focus Dave. Then we got to go to Johnny.
No, what I was talking about, like he opening a school for the locals out there, not to bring kids from America.
Right.
No, I wasn't
Like Oprah
talking
type
about that.
shit.
Yeah, over there because he got
We
a
all
big name.
understood that.
Yeah, he got a big name
The
already. So
Why would an American leave America to go to school in Africa?
Because the whole point of Umar's message is for Black Americans.
No, you're full of crap. This guy never said Black Americans should go to Africa to go to school. And Umar's message is for Black Americans, but a school would be of better use in Africa. It's Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
meaning you can do things for other people. Like
you misunderstanding me, AZ.
Like
so,
people like Daniel
bro,
Beverly
we
don't
leave
even
the
understand the meaning of
bro.
Pan-Africanism.
If we leave the U.S., how will we have the resources to do what we want to do for Africa?
US, bro. Nobody's
Wait, guys. Somebody's talking. Who said the resource question?
If we leave America to go to Africa and try to build something in Africa, how will we have the resources to do what we want to do in Africa?
You can make money in Africa.
Yeah, this guy doesn't.
Not the money we make in the U.S.
Yes, you
Nah,
can.
bro, there's a lot of money in Africa.
And plus, it's very difficult to become a citizen of a country in Africa.
Bro, do you know how many? Listen, bro. I
Yo,
go to
Brandon,
Kenya.
Brandon.
Are you a Kenyan citizen, Brandon?
Wait,
Brandon. You know, Sierra just became a citizen in Benin.
Oh, I believe it. But listen,
hey, Brandon, are you a Kenyan citizen?
I'm an American citizen.
When I saw that, I know the FBA movement getting killed, man. I know they rolling over right now.
Yeah.
They rolling over right now.
Once Stevie Wonder got citizenship in Ghana, I knew these niggas was cooked. But yeah, listen, dude. Listen. First and foremost, dude, listen. I got businesses in Africa. Basically,
yeah, and they could take it from you at any time because you're not a citizen.
They could take it from you anytime here.
Yeah, and that's 100%.
No, that's not. You and I both know that is not true. Okay, because you're a citizen of the United States of America.
So people,
they can't just take your business for no reason.
Right.
In Kenya, they could just be like,
they will take your citizenship here in the U.S. They just said that literally a couple weeks ago. They just said.
Listen. For one, you're a moron. In America, they can shut down your business. They can take your property, eminent domain, all that. You don't even know.
But there's got to be reasons for that. There's got to be reasons behind that.
There's going to be a reason in Africa.
No, there's not. You trying to make it seem like it's an equivalent situation is just like not genuine.
They're definitely going to make
they'll just take it from you because you're not a citizen, and they could just rob you, and you can't do anything about it.
Wait. Wait. How many times have you been to Africa?
See.
No, I mean, I'm seriously asking the question, AZ. How many times have you been to Africa to know so much about what African countries are gonna do?
It's common sense, bro. It's common sense. You're not a citizen. You're not a citizen of Kenya. Okay. Kenya is a developing country.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many?
So at any point in time, the government can just rob you. That's a fact.
Your only weapon is over talking. If you continue to spew ignorance and just keep trying to overtalk, there are many people from all over the world. Wait a minute. There are many people from all over the world who do business in Kenya. Do you think that this is how stupid you are? Do you think people would invest millions of dollars into places like Kenya if they knew that there was a high likelihood that the government could just come in and confiscate their property?
Okay, so if the government decided to do that, what would you do about it?
I would sue them.
Really? So you're an American citizen. You have no citizenship in Kenya, no papers, no nothing, and you're gonna sue the
You don't
government
know
of
what you're
Kenya?
talking about, bro. There's something called international
This
law.
guy's an idiot, man.
You're just dumb, nigga. You're
Yeah,
just
this
a
guy's
dumb nigga.
dumb, man.
You're dumb. You're dumb,
Okay.
AZ. You don't listen, bro.
Okay.
You've never been out the
Don't know
country, bro.
shit, bro.
Have you ever been out the country?
Yes.
Do you even have a
AZ,
passport?
are you a Democrat? Are you a Democrat, AZ?
Yeah, of course he is. He's
No.
dumb.
No, I'm
Yes,
not
he
a
is.
Democrat.
Bro,
You are.
cam up,
You are.
cam up and show
You
me
are.
your passport.
What'd you say?
Cam up and show me your passport.
No, I have a passport. I do have a
No,
passport.
show me the passport. Just show me the cover.
I've been
Show
out
me
the
the cover.
country. You know what
Show
I'm
me
saying?
the cover. Show me the cover. Cam up.
Why don't you
show me
believe?
the
Why
cover.
don't you believe? Why don't you believe
Because
that I have
you
a
are a
passport?
liar,
What-
bro. Like,
You wait till anybody
Why-
speaks and you start screaming and hollering, so can't nobody talk but you, man. You are one of the worst motherfuckers to be on the panel with ever. Because that's all you do. You wait till somebody speaks, then you just blur out just trash. Everything you said is lies and trash and theory. Stop it, man. Get out of the mammy fatigue, man. You've been around too many women too much, man, with all this bullshit. You sound like a bitch.
Okay, what did I say? What did I say that was trash?
nobody cares. Johnny Appleseed, go ahead. Nigga lying.
He's a big liar.
Johnny Appleseed, go ahead.
Look, I didn't study all these languages for no reason. I can tell you, the people in Kenya, they don't have a problem with us Black Americans.
Right, for a fact.
They don't. I speak their language. Unaweza kusema Kiswahili. You know, I ask them, hey, really? You know, I really talk to these people every day at my job. They love us.
Are you living in Kenya right now?
No, I live in the U.S. I work at a car parts store, and a lot of our customers are African or Haitian, or we have a lot of Afro Latinos here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
like,
Kenyans are the most welcoming.
the most loving people. They're the most loving people. I swear, you know. And that's why I say, like we get along just fine. So, like, whatever story people have told that, oh, there's some type of beef or something, that it's not real. It's not real. Like, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I ain't heard of nobody. Bruh, stop. Just shut up, AZ. You never been out the country. Shut up. You're not qualified to speak on this topic. Like, I'm sorry. Donnie Williams, Brandon, there are white folks on record saying they bring Nigerians into America to undermine FBA ADOS. What would be your response to that? Thanks. If white people bring Nigerians into the country to undermine, then FBA ADOS is not as strong as they think they are. Because if someone's able to undermine you like that, that's crazy. But I look at Nigerians marrying African Americans every damn day. So that ain't doing too much undermining. When I look at Nigerian dudes marrying Black women, and I know that whatever wealth they accumulated be going to those half Black American, half Nigerian babies. Like, we all Black at the end of the day. So I don't care. Like, that don't hurt me.
He's definitely wrong. He's definitely wrong. Because we got Nigerians here where I live. I've been trying to study their language. I'll say that the Nigerian languages, both of them, the main ones, are extremely difficult, but I can confidently say that they love us just as much as everyone else. So if anybody else is telling some type of story, that is a lie. I talk to them every day. So if you're telling a story, you're lying. All right, we get along. That's fine.
I got a quick question.
Ain't no African ever did nothing to hurt or bother me. The people,
Brandon.
hold on. The people continue to like play this game like Africans doing this, Africans doing that. No, Pookie and Ray Ray are hurting you, and you love them. So go ahead and deal with that first. Go ahead, Focus Dave.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, man.
Jay Dola, you the one who had the question?
What's the question?
I got a question. I got a quick question.
Last question, guys, and then we gotta.
Yeah, I got a quick question for the FBA because I hear a lot of this like undermining rhetoric and like, besides complaining online about not getting reparations and bashing Africans, what does FBA do? Like, what are they planning for the FBA community? How does that benefit like the FBA people here? How does this movement? What are they doing to progress themselves besides begging for reparations and bashing Africans online? Because it seems like that's all they do.
That's literally all they're doing.
So how is anyone under? What are they doing to be undermined?
Just a waste of time. All right, guys.
Right.
All right, guys. We gotta go. I gotta go.
All right, bro.
Thank y'all for
All right, good night,
tapping in. I appreciate all y'all. We'll be back most likely tomorrow for another conversation. What?
I said love, brother.
Hey, much love to y'all. Have a nice night.